another episode of the Elly Show, y'all. Y'all make some noise. We at episode 8. Today's episode is dedicated to the Malcolm X Festival, celebrating 32 years. And on my left here, I got Iros WRFG 89.3, community activist, radio personality, father, promoter, manager. Y'all make some noise, man. Let's make some noise. Iros Levi.
Give thanks.
How you doing today?
I'm good, man.
Yeah. It's episode 8, yo. I'm honored to have this with you, yo.
I know you, son.
You know me, right? Yo.
I know you, man.
Yo, how you doing, though, fam?
I'm good, man.
We out
I
here
feel
at the
good.
Malcolm X Festival, man. This is beautiful, man. Like, I got you here, like, yo, tell me about this, yo.
32 years, family reunion. If you come out here, when I tell you, this is the only time of year I used to let my children,
Yeah.
my small children,
Yeah.
from the time they could walk, I could let them run free and know that they safe, know that all the mamas and all the fathers and the whole community is just there looking after
Right.
the whole, everybody, looking
Yeah.
after all the kids, and like people are safe. I mean, let me tell you, I've been coming to the Malcolm X Fest since I came to Atlanta. I came to Atlanta when I was 18. I went to Clark Atlanta University.
You're not from Atlanta?
No, I'm from Brooklyn originally. I was
Brooklyn.
born in Brooklyn, Brownsville.
Brooklyn, BK.
Brownsville.
You heard?
Right.
Never ran, never will.
You know
right
how it
next to
goes.
East New York. That's where I'm from.
That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, son?
Linden Boulevard.
Yes.
You know how
yes.
it go,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
So I went to school in Jersey. I went to high school in Jersey, and then I came to Atlanta to go to Clark.
Okay.
When I came here, like the Malcolm X grassroots movement was like already doing things and having festivals here. And the festival was real small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was like family-like, and everybody was real loving and
Yeah.
welcoming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just used to come all the time.
Yeah.
I was on the radio. I would talk about the Malcolm X Festival,
What
different
radio?
things like that. I was on 89.3.
89.3, right?
Right? And so as I'm on the radio, I'm talking about the Malcolm X Festival. And while I was on the air, I had somebody call me from inside the prison.
Yeah.
And I knew that people in the prison was listening to me.
Right.
And to come to find out, Tupac's father was listening to me.
Wow.
Right?
Yo.
And when
That's
Tupac's
crazy.
father listened to me and him developed a relationship.
Yeah.
Because I ended up going into the prison and just counseling.
What was the
and
name of the radio show?
The radio show was Beats and Lyrics.
Beats and Lyrics.
Beats and Lyrics on a
Okay.
Saturday night.
Okay.
And it was a Saturday night from like 9 p.m. until 12, and then it changed from 10 p.m. until 1.
Okay.
But I had
copy
a
that.
large audience
Yeah.
from the prison, from Atlanta Federal Penitentiary.
Wow.
And I had somebody calling me up, always talking about why you don't play enough pop. You don't play enough pop.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm from Brooklyn. I'll be playing Biggie.
Right.
Right? And he was like, what? Playing
Whoa.
Biggie, you need to play pop.
Right.
And that's how myself and Dr. Mutulu Shakur's relationship actually
Right.
started
Salute. Yes.
from off the phone.
Salute.
He felt like I wasn't playing enough Tupac.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, I'm from the East Coast, I'm playing Biggie. But
Right.
then end up coming together, and he was like, you need to come into prison. I came into the prison, and since then,
You went to see that guy too?
I went to see Dr. Mutulu Shakur with Cynthia
Okay.
McKinney
Yeah.
and M1 from Dead Prez.
No doubt.
All three of us went into the prison, and we actually got a chance to sit down and talk to Dr. Mutulu Shakur
Yeah.
when he was a political prisoner.
Wow.
Enough respect to Dr. Mutulu Shakur because he's free now.
For
You know what I
real.
mean?
Yeah.
After 36, 37 years
Yeah.
of captivity,
Yeah.
he finally was able to come home. But that's
see.
how our relationship started.
That's wild.
And
yo.
then from that point, Dr. Mutulu Shakur hooked me up with Watani.
Yeah.
Everybody know Baba Watani,
Yes.
and Baba Watani hooked me up with Rashid.
Yeah.
And then ever since then,
Yeah. You-
this is where we at.
Came here.
We came here. I had fundraisers for Dr. Mutulu Shakur.
Yeah.
I had fundraisers for Asada Shakur.
Yeah.
And then we do the Malcolm X Fest. So we come together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We come together as a group, as an organization.
Right. Wow.
Yep.
Y'all make some noise for that, man.
Respect.
That's awesome, man. So why here at this park, at the West End Park, the Malcolm X Fest?
Well, if you know anything about the West End and Atlanta, it's real cultural around here.
Yeah.
You got different people of different backgrounds and different faiths, but all living in the same area.
Yeah.
So like, y'all can't see, but to like my left of me and over on the left is like Muslims.
Right. Okay.
Right? Imam Jamil, this is his community.
Okay,
They were over there.
He lived here?
He lived over here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you had, at a certain point, you had a lot of Rasta people. I'm a
Okay.
Rasta man.
Okay.
So I used to be at this park. I used to be here all the time. So I had a lot of Rasta people. Then you got the Hebrew Israelites here.
Yeah.
And then you got the regular Pookie and the rest of them that live right over there on the corner.
So it's more cultural here.
It's real cultural, and everybody on every level are right here
That's what's up.
in the West End. So that's why we chose the West End Park. I mean, it couldn't really been no other park. We can't go to Piedmont Park.
Right.
Piedmont Park ain't really for us.
Right.
This is the park that's for us.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I mean?
Y'all make some noise for the West End Park.
West End
You know what
Park,
I mean?
also known as Malcolm X Park.
Malcolm X Park.
Yeah, we claiming
man.
that.
Yo, so Ross, man, I got a lot of notes, man. My producer, he jotted some stuff down to talk to you about. And I just
Who your
wanna get
producer,
into-
Luce?
Luce, man.
Luce
Yes,
Weed.
man.
Enough
Y'all
respect
gotta
out
give
to Luce.
enough respect to Luce. Man.
Yep.
Playback sounds in the building.
Playback
Shouts
sound.
out to Tyre as well, man. He's up in here, man. So, Ross, tell me something like as far as radio. What got you into radio, yo?
Radio,
Mm-hmm.
well, you know, I told you I come from up north, right?
Yes, I know.
So
DK all day.
coming from up north, when I came to Atlanta in '89, I came down here expecting to hear hip hop like what we was hearing up north.
Right, right.
But when I came down here, I heard nothing but Miami music, really bass music.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
And I felt like, oh, I need to bring hip hop to
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah.
And I want to bring hip hop here. And listening on the radio, there wasn't a lot of hip hop, so I ended up volunteering at a WRFG radio station. I ended up getting my own radio show.
Yeah.
So that's how they ended up working.
So Beats and Lyrics was your first radio show?
No, it was
Yeah?
actually Rough, Rugged, and Raw. Was
Rough,
my
Rugged,
first.
and Raw.
It was in the middle of the night. I paid my dues.
No
I was on the radio from like 3 a.m. to 6. So I paid my dues. And then I got a better time slot later on, which ended up becoming Beats and Lyrics.
Yeah.
And I've been on the radio since 93.
Wow.
So it's some
son.
years.
Yeah.
It's some
yeah,
years.
because when I came down, you was already on the radio. Yo.
Yeah, I
came
was
in
already
98.
I was already doing my thing. I was on the radio and whatnot
Yeah.
like that. So it's a lot of things that's promoted. And even like the first Dr. Matulu Shakur benefit concert
Yeah.
I had at the Lions Lair.
Yeah.
And it was like Uno the Prophet, Dead
Yeah.
Prez.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's legendary. I got
Yeah.
part of that on videotape
Yeah.
too. It's actually on VHS.
Yo,
tape.
we need to watch that
show
one
you,
day, son.
That's to show you how long ago it is.
Huh?
Yeah, I was the first person
Yeah.
to bring Dead Prez
Yeah,
in.
he was.
Well, they actually
yeah, he
came.
was. So hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Y'all make some noise for that.
Good things. Good things.
Ross is the gateway for Dead
Good
Prez
things.
out here, B.
Good
You
things.
know what I mean?
Good things. And those brothers, they performed for Dr. Matulu Shakur for free.
Yeah.
They performed for the Malcolm X Festival for free. So
Yeah.
anytime I call on them, they're able to donate their time and their talent
Energy, yeah.
to these political prisoners and to kids going to camp and different things like that. So enough respect go out to Stick
Yeah.
and M1
Salute.
for all that they do.
Salute.
And they some veterans in the game.
Salute.
You know, enough respect
Yeah.
go out to them. for
Yo,
real.
I remember when I came down here in '98, I used to see these stickers and stuff saying SOS.
Right.
What's that, fam?
SOS is Son of Selassie.
Mm.
It was supposed to be Sons of Selassie,
Mhm.
but then sometimes I couldn't get the real support that I wanted, so I was like, all right, let me take that S off, Son, just of Selassie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So SOS, like when I hear SOS, it keep me grounded. It also lets me know, you know,
Is that something you started?
what I'm doing. Yeah,
Okay.
SOS is what I started.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
SOS production.
Yo, so how was it managing Uno?
Uno the
'Cause I remember I
Prophet.
rocked with him. Fair was raw back in the day. yo.
Yes, Uno the Prophet from out of Boston.
Yes,
Jamal
my dude.
Crawford. He's still an activist, still
Yes.
doing a whole lot of things.
Yes.
Well, back in them days, you know, we were really kind of rebellious.
Yes.
And Uno had certain songs that was very, very difficult to promote
Yeah.
and put out there. But he got his name out there. You know, controversy gets your name out there.
Yes,
he had a
it does,
song
yeah.
called Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
That song was talking about
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
talking about homosexuality and all this stuff and whatnot. And then he had another song called Kill Whitey.
Yeah.
Now, Kill Whitey made a whole lot of noise, but people just heard the hook.
Right.
They didn't listen
To the words.
to the words. And he was really talking more so about the mentality,
Right,
not
right.
not
Not the
necessarily
actual
the
person, yeah.
actual person on the
Right,
skin.
right.
And he was talking about how you have these beautiful black girls like Little Kim, who would have blonde hair and blue eyes, and he was just trying to encourage them to kill the whitey inside themselves and like themselves. So managing like Uno the Prophet, managing artists like Issues, all of these artists are like conscious artists that are trying to uplift their own community and talk positive lyrics.
Like the Lions Den, because somewhere I got you managed the Lions Den, Fire Starters.
Let me tell you something. Fire Starters, the Lions Den. Yo, I felt like the Lions Den was the next Wu-Tang.
Right.
No lie. When I met them, it was these collection of brothers, and they were all younger than me, but these young brothers that were all living together in a loft.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all these young brothers living together in one place in a loft.
Yeah.
But they had like 3 studios in this loft where they were recording in all these different places.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man. And then the talent. It was like, what, maybe 7, 8, every time somebody was popping up. You know what I'm saying? And there would be somebody new, and I'll be like, all right, Lions Den is what it is. And I felt like the Lions Den was the next Wu-Tang. And they still can be, but they got, they got grandkids now, they a little gray. You know, they a little old. Right, Luce? You know what I mean? But, I mean, when you talk about music and you talk about talent, if you really got that love for it, you can keep pushing that on and on and on.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
So what's new for you though? Like you got anything else going on?
I mean, what's new for me right now, I'm looking at this next phase of my life, and I'm looking at Africa. I've been to Ghana. Ghana is a spot, y'all. It's a spot for us. And when I say us, for Africans over in the West, because they drive on the same side of the road as we do, and they speak English, so we can function there. And they got money there. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Ghana. I'm also looking at where my people come from. My people come from Trinidad. So I'm also looking at that. So I'm also trying to make that whole connection between like Atlanta, Trinidad, Ghana. You know what I mean? Because I know so many talented artists in all those different places. So if it's possible to bring them together, I can. But you know how it is dealing with artists.
I totally do.
Artists be sensitive.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty, dude.
Artists be sensitive about their work, about their craft, and I don't blame them. They work really, really hard, and whatnot like that. So, you know, working with artists sometimes is a little difficult, but I enjoy the end result. Because even like yesterday, we had Philippia, she killed it. Today, they're about to do some more shows today. Ross Kofi, Muziki Scales, they got Malcolm Jamal Warner,
I heard.
known as Theo. He's gonna come up here, but don't call him Theo, y'all.
Heard.
If you don't like Theo.
For real.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
On a set, we don't call him.
Oh, you work with him on the set, so you don't call him Theo, right? Nah, don't call him Theo. He gonna feel away about that. And I call him what his name is. He ain't Theo. He's Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Right, yo. Man, that's dope, Ross. I mean, this is beautiful out here, man.
It is.
I've been coming out here too. I remember I came down here in 09. I think we in the Lions and we rocked. I rocked with me, Mike Flo, and Ekandayo. We rocked here, alive and well. I rocked with them. And it's always been beautiful, man. It's always been family vibes. It's always been love like this, B. But tell me why another consistent thing is the weather, B. Why does it always look like it's gonna rain? Sometime it do, sometime it don't. But
let me tell you,
this year it's always like that.
Let me tell you, honestly, for some years, we had rain consecutively every year. I didn't understand it. But we haven't had rain. It was supposed to rain yesterday, it didn't rain. You know what I mean? It rained late at night when everybody was gone. You know what I mean? Cool. Today, same thing. It wasn't supposed to rain at all. It's supposed to be sunny. It's a little cloudy. But we're going to go on with it. We're not going to stop. We're not going to stop what we got going on because of rain. We ain't sweet. We ain't sugar. We all right. You know what I mean? And the rain is a beautiful thing. The rain brings forth cleansing and all of that. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, man.
Love the rain. The farmer man Kofi gonna be performing. He gonna love the rain.
Yeah, we want to get Ross Kofi over here too, man. Cause we definitely want to. We want to hear him rock and then get him over here and talk to him. So you want to ask me anything, yo? Like,
when is your album gonna come out, son?
My or
your album.
My album.
I need an Elly album because you had this song where you was using the Just My Imagination beat. You see how I remember it?
Yes.
You see how I remember it? I don't remember the song, but I remember it's Just My Imagination beat. And you was talking some words to some sister, right?
Yeah, yep.
It was for the women, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
That Brooklyn player right there, son. You don't
I
even know.
don't forget, man. You don't forget. I remember, not only that, in '98, when I came down here, you used to also have, what about the A-Hop?
Yeah, that was another venue that my man Baba Nasi, the Purple Man, enough respect out to the Purple King.
Baba Nasi.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He owned a venue right here, black-owned venue. And anytime somebody go on a black-owned venue, I'm trying to support it.
Right.
You know, whether it's from the Atrium in Stone Mountain or whether it's right here, Gallery 992.
That shit
It don't matter.
Lit, fam.
Yeah, but the A-Hop at the time, we had KRS-One there.
Yes.
We had Poor Righteous Teachers there.
Yes.
I had them perform over here too. Enough respect go out to Wise Intelligent.
Me and Draz, we rock with them both on part Wise and KRS-One.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? That's because we all linked.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We all linked for real.
Shouts out to Draz, Drazmatic.
Yeah.
For real, man. But that spot was the spot, fam. Like, I hate to see it's gone because right now we need that again too. You know what I mean? Like spots like
Well, that's the thing. Like when they talk about Atlanta, and they really was talking about Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? We do have that here, but we have to own our own businesses.
Right.
That's the problem that I see amongst us all over our own world. We need our own venues, our own businesses, because we want to give our money to us. We want our money to circulate amongst us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
But when we have to, and then also we want to make sure that we're tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I got a venue, I want my venue to be just as good as anybody else's venue.
Right.
You're not gonna come in there and have to jiggle a toilet or anything like that, or trip over something or look dirty.
Right. Have what we need here.
Yo, we want to be quality, but we want to be African owned. We want to be black owned. You know what I mean?
There's quality out here. When I look around, I see quality, man.
You will.
Like for real.
And then what's also like, I was on the radio, on commercial radio, and they were talking about this is a spot where you come find your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I'm just saying, they out here and whatnot like that. I'm good. I love my wifey. Blessed queen.
No doubt. Salute.
Blessed queen.
Yo, tell me, what about Riot Radio?
Riot Radio ended up being, well, it was Beats and Lyrics, and then I turned it into Riot Radio.
Okay.
It was basically the same show.
Thing.
But I called it Riot Radio because the Riot acronym could go for so many different things, like revolutionary, insurrection, over them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Rapping intelligently over track.
Yes.
A whole bunch of stuff. Rastafari, it was something. Rastafari intentionally, something. I forget what it is. But that's
what
Riot
Radio now.
And I still got Riot Radio Saturday nights from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m.
Y'all heard that? Saturday nights, 10 to 1, right?
10 to 1.
10 to 1.
That's his music. Yo, you could go request that Lions thing. Yo, I got. Let me tell you something.
Got classics.
The CDs I have with the Lions lyric, I actually found a bunch and I put them all to the side.
Yeah.
So I could find it. So I got like Firestarter stuff.
Yes.
I got loose stuff. They had this little compilation.
Yes.
Where the Sons of Light did it for them, right?
Shouts out to
where
Sons
they
of Light,
produced.
yo.
They produced the whole compilation.
Right. That's crazy.
Loose got a track on there that's like one of my favorite. Yo,
really?
Yo, on the real, we got to do a show where I bring all that music and we could go through the history. Because it's some years. We talking about over 20 years of music.
You hear that, yo?
You know what I mean? And they still making music. Ekandayo's still making music.
Yes, he is, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Enough respect out to Just Black. You know what I'm saying? He out there in Brooklyn, still doing this thing. You know what I mean? For real.
Damn, man, Iros been around for a minute, man. You've been family before I even got here, yo. That's crazy.
And I remember, and then check where I saw you at, right? Remember the first time I noticed you? You was the loudest one at the Smith & Wesson concert that I had. We had Smith & Wesson down here from Matulu.
Yes.
I remember, I was like, who's that cat?
Yo!
That cat was mad loud. Then my brother Jocelyn was like, yo, he from Brooklyn. I was like, word.
That's crazy.
That's what it
yo.
is.
Man,
Big ups go out to Smith & Wesson, Cynical.
Big up Smith & Wesson,
you know what I'm saying? All of them from the boot camp clique.
Yes.
Enough respect for them. They showed support for Dr. Natulu Shakur. They show support. We need to get them back out here
we
too.
do, yo.
You
We
know?
do. That would be
Yeah, we
dope.
do. We need to
Shouts
get them
out that you got them out here though. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You've been getting out. You've been bringing out a lot of people though. Actually, when I think about it.
Well, the
man.
thing is I bring out people who are like-minded. So when I approach them,
Yeah.
they hear the sincerity in my voice, and then also, yo, the world is small. It is 6 degrees of separation from everybody.
Yeah.
So it's easy for them to pick up the phone and cross-reference.
Right.
And say, yo, you know this cat Iros in Atlanta? I'll be like, yo, you know so-and-so in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
If I get them some money, I'm straight. And they'll
Right.
be like, yeah. And I'll be like, all right, cool.
Right.
And then we could work and do business together.
Yeah.
But Atlanta, New York, it's about networking. It's about building your audience and building your relationships,
Right.
building your network.
Right.
And so that's the thing. Like, if you want to talk to somebody from Boot Camp Click, I know who to call.
Right.
I could say, yo, boom, boom, give you a number. That's how we should all be. You know what I mean?
Next, like building a network.
Like building a network. And plus, we in Atlanta, and this is where everybody want to be.
Right.
Just keeping it real.
That's a fact.
It's nice here.
Right. So did you come from Trinity to Brooklyn?
I was born in Brooklyn, but my parents are Trinity.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So ever since I was little, you know, if you know anything really about Brooklyn, Brooklyn is a concrete Caribbean spot.
Oh yeah.
You go different blocks, it's Jamaicans,
Oh, yeah.
Haitians, Guyanese,
Yup.
Trinis,
Yup.
it don't matter. Brooklyn is a lot of island people. That's why the Labor Day parade, you already know about that.
I
That's why
already
it's
know.
so huge.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So I was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know, every summer went to Trinidad,
Yeah.
and then we did our thing.
You ever thought about starting radio out there?
And where,
When
Trinidad?
you was in Brooklyn. though,
In
when you was
Brooklyn.
in Brooklyn.
I thought about radio in Brooklyn. I did. But by that time, I was already here in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then I went back up to New York one time, and it was the winter time. And I was like, nah, son.
The
We
winters
doing,
ain't pretty.
yeah, we
fam.
ain't doing the winter. Like, why
Nah,
we?
them winters
How,
ain't even
I don't even
fun.
know how we did that in the
I
first
don't
place.
either, fam.
You know how cold it be up
Yeah,
there?
that's how I thought a lot of our attitude came from that, yo.
I think
'Cause,
so.
like when I came out here, cats were saying, "Hey, what's up?" And you know, I mean, we
What's
don't
up
say
mean
what's
fight.
up to each other.
What's up
like
mean
that back
like
home.
what's up? What's
Word,
up then?
yo,
That,
yeah.
You think that's fight?
Instantly, yo.
But down
Yes,
here,
yo.
but down here, what's up just means what's up.
Yeah. So
You know
you
what I
had to get like.
I had to
like
get
that-
accustomed to that too. I had to get
Yeah.
accustomed to people speaking to me who didn't know me.
Yeah.
Because somebody one time was looking at me and they was like, they gave me the head nod. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't even know this cat, you know? And they was like, nah, he just saying what's up. I was like, why he saying what's up? He don't know me.
Right, yo.
Because that's how we are in New York.
Yeah.
See, in New York, for my New Yorkers, y'all live on top of each other. Y'all stack.
Yeah.
That's like some project shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you stacking on top. Out here, we spread out.
Yeah. The
You know what I'm
mindset
saying?
different.
The mindset is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a tree right there. You probably see some trees in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
real
what it
talk.
is.
That's
You know?
real, son.
That's
Yo,
what it
man.
is.
What's up, B?
That cold weather,
Yeah.
that gonna make you angry. Man, you ever been cold? Or that wind whip through your clothes? You gonna be angry.
It is no smiles.
And then you got
No
somebody right
smiles.
next to you. You
Right.
be on a train, somebody may be leaning on you.
Right, right. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why we do walk fast. We always got some place to go.
So I'm going back. When you went to Clark, did you go to Clark to study radio?
I went to Clark for radio, television, and
Radio,
film.
television.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I went to Clark for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a big, HBCU, you cannot get that experience nowhere else.
Okay.
When you go to a black university, it's like, I felt like I stepped on a set of school days.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what it was. And the HB, especially these black universities in the South, I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't really interested in college like that until I came on a college tour and I came down here.
Yeah.
And I'm not ashamed to say, but the girls is what made me want to go to college.
Wow.
There was so many beautiful women, and they were nice.
Yeah.
You know, New York, we were talking about them girls up there. They were mean.
Yeah.
They ain't talking to you.
So he ain't even looking at them
They
like
ain't
that.
did. But
Yeah.
down here, they would speak to you. They were just so
Yeah.
sweet and nice. I was like,
Yeah.
this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
I said,
The
Clark is where I want to
hospitality
be.
way different out
Hospitality.
here, yo.
I said, this is where I want to be.
That's fucking real, B.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: as far as the festival, like, what advice would you give somebody attending for the first time? Yo?
For the first time,
Yeah.
just bring a blanket, for, you know, you can sit down or bring your little lawn chair so you can sit down and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come for the first time. Like, I'm looking at them over there about to set up a tent right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they about to enjoy themselves. You got the kids out here.
Yeah.
You got food. You got vendors.
Yeah.
Yo, on the real, this is what make people want to move to Atlanta.
Right.
You know? And we start off the festival season. So we have this festival next week, right?
Yeah.
It's the Atlanta Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
And it's Carnival. It's our Labor. You know how Labor Day Parade is?
Yeah.
It's our Carnival here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I mean, this is how our summer is. So people come and visit Atlanta during the summer, and they be like, you know what? I need to move.
Yeah.
Especially when they go back up to New York in that studio apartment for $2,200, and you got to bend down to get in, and all that. The elevator stop halfway on the floor, and you got to jump down.
Right.
All of that stuff. Nah, son. It be smelling like piss in the hallways. You know. Y'all need, yo.
Yo, he's going back, yo.
It's no joke. You gotta move. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I had a cousin in the pink houses, yo, and it's just like that, fam.
Nah, it's too packed, man.
I mean? Yo, we gotta spread out here.
You gotta
yo.
spread out.
So,
And don't get me wrong, I love New York. I love going up
I do
there.
too, but
Especially the era I grew up there in with hip hop and the block parties. I remember all of that.
Love all
the
that.
opening the fire hydrants,
Yes.
like that was better than any pool.
Yes.
But then the pool we used to go into, you remember that public pool in
Best
Brooklyn?
pool?
Yeah, yo.
Yours?
It was
the one
mad.
in your town?
Yo, it was
What?
a lot of people
We
in that
know.
pool. That pool was
We
serious.
know about that pool. We already know about
You
that
can see that pool from the train. When you on the train, you can
Straight
see the pool.
up, yo.
That pool was
Look,
serious.
My dad, he stayed. My dad moved to Brownsville too. He lived over there on Juniors. So it's like this one building right there, like so you know where the bridge is.
Right.
You could go to East New York on that side.
Okay.
All right, so like right on the Brownsville side, he lived in this building right here. I forgot what the name of the it was, but it was outside, away from the projects. So I forgot what it was called, but yeah, my pop stayed there. I stayed with him after my mom's passed for a minute, and yo, it was still like being at home, but Brownsville and East New York is kind of different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was still like just being at home.
Brownsville. No respect out to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I think he robbed me when I was little.
You lying, yo.
I think he mugged me, yo. I think Mike Tyson mugged me. My father was saying my father said it was Mike Tyson. And my father, he told me that the other day. My father said, "Remember when Tyson robbed you?" I was like, "That wasn't Tyson." He said, "Yeah." I was like, "Nah, son. You know. Come on now. You've been mugged before. You been mugged? You ain't never been mugged? You ain't get mugged in Long Island? I got mugged in Brooklyn.
I believe
You been mugged? Nobody ain't never take nothing from you? It was just me?
People tried, fam.
Oh, they tried?
Yeah.
Nah, they surrounded me and my boy. They was like, "Shaq," right? They took the bags out of our hands, everything.
Yeah.
He said it was Mike Tyson. I don't think it was Mike Tyson. He said it was Mike Tyson. That's where he was from. He was from East New York, Brooklyn. I was like, yo, that's some shit.
Yeah, that's wild. Yo, he's wild. Mike robbed him, fam. Yo.
I still love Mike Tyson, though. I love Mike Tyson.
Yo, so let me ask you about the Malcolm X Fest as far as the impact in the community. What kind of impact do you think is made in this community?
Well, to the point where you got people wanting to join the organizations. They see the African kids or the African-centered schools that's out here. People are trying to find out, how can my child be a part of this African-centered school? Because a lot of times when these kids come out here, they're showing what they learn in school.
Right.
I love the scents around here too. You know, you smell that?
Yeah.
It smells good here.
Yes, it does.
But what it is that what they learn here and people are getting from here, they getting what you hear now. You're getting information about what the Europeans do. We get information about gentrification. We get information about financing and keeping your house. You go to these vendors, they're not just vendors out here selling things. They got people out here with merchants, with information.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got people out here, they ain't trying to sell you nothing, they just trying to give you information.
Yeah.
So those are the things you should really be into.
That's
you know what I mean?
Major, fam.
Yeah, Malcolm X Fest, you could get a lot out here, man. It's a lot of networking that needs to be done out here.
So how can people who want to join the organization join? What do they
Okay,
have to
so
do?
now, quiet as it kept, a lot of people don't realize this, but I'm not actually a part of the MXDM organization.
Really?
SOS stands on its own. That's right, yeah. But we're a partnership, so we work together. So you got an organization like Malcolm X Grassroots Movement. They join with SOS, and then we work together. You know what I mean? But to join Malcolm X Grassroots Movement, you could go to their website, MalcolmXFestival.com. MalcolmXFestival.com. You can email them and you can get the link for all of it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, that's dope, man. Okay. Let me see here. So, do you see this getting any bigger?
I'm glad you asked me that question, because somebody asked me that the other day. Can we get bigger? Because I said we can utilize more of the park and different things like that. But I feel like the way it is now, if we get any bigger, it may commercialize it. And then I want you still be able to come feel comfortable. Right. I want them to still be able to come. All these kids still be able to come.
Because I know people still come from out of town.
They come from out of town, for this. Yeah. But if I started really pushing it and making it really big, then the neighborhood, I don't know how the neighborhood will respond to that. Because you gotta remember, people living in all these houses right around it.
I see.
You know what I mean? And we want to make sure that, you know, the parking is okay and everybody's all right.
And it's still a comfortable feel.
And it's still a comfortable feel. For the Malcolm X Festival, we have anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 people out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if we were to do more than that, we could. You know what I mean? But why? Like right now, I'm really liking it the way it is.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I see.
Word.
Yo, that's real, man.
Word. But we'll see. We never know. Sometimes you can't stop growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't stop growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Luce, who may have started with one camera.
Right.
Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4,
exactly.
and a bunch back.
Right.
You may have one light.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't stop growth.
That's real.
You know?
Yeah. Yo, so me and his brother, we was standing on the side, and he was like, yo, man, I wonder if how you get that rap. He tried to get the same head wrap the way you got yours. And I was like, yo, he ain't do that himself, yo. Like, somebody did that for him. He was like, I don't know, man.
I mean...
Did you do it yourself, Phil?
Well, you know, this is a Bobo, you know, I did it myself. Of course, I wrap my own hair.
No doubt.
Like, my locks is reaching, you know, down by my calf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, in order to, you know, wrap my hair, you know, it's a Rasta man thing, but then other people wrap their hair too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, enough respect out to Bobo Shanti out there, because they're the ones that, you know, basically started it and whatnot like that. But it's, you know, it's my crown.
It's crownly, yo.
Yeah, it's my crown.
I respect that, yo.
You know what I mean? For real.
Welcome back to the Elly Show. We still in episode 8. Y'all make some noise. Yeah. Yeah, so today we are sitting here with Ayatoro.
Peace.
Yo, I've been knowing this brother for a long time. I moved down here since 98, and I've been seeing this brother since 98. Off and on. Ayatoro, how you doing today, man?
Very good. Peace, fam. Very good,
Yo,
man. How are you?
I see you got the Morehouse College shirt on,
I'm representing Morehouse College to the fullest. Morehouse College class of 94.
You did?
Yes, very
much so.
so.
What you went there for?
Say that again?
What you go to Morehouse for?
Math. Math major.
Oh, so you're smart with the math, huh?
I'm smart with the math.
That's dope, man.
Smart with the math. Yes.
Yo, I've been seeing you for a minute. You originally from Atlanta?
I'm originally from Atlanta. No, I'm not from Atlanta.
No.
So I'm from Africa.
Uh-huh.
By way of Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
But as with most cases, black people in America, they're from somewhere in the South. So my father's side is Louisiana. Okay. My mother's side is Oklahoma. But born and raised in Denver, went to high school there.
Yeah.
Realized there was too many white folks there, so I said, as soon as I'm able to go, I'm out. So I came to Atlanta to go to Morehouse College.
Yeah.
Wanted to change the scenery.
Yeah.
After I finished, I just stayed here.
You stayed here, all right.
Stayed here.
So yo, man, you have a couple of businesses since I've known you here, and one of them was in the West End.
We're still in the West End.
And we are in the West End.
We're still in the West End. So my main business now is called African Jelly Import Warehouse.
African Jelly, yes.
So I'm bringing items from all over West Africa, Senegal, Mali, Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
From all of those places.
What is it like? You bringing like fabrics?
So I bring, man, you name it.
Okay.
Shea butter, black soap, fabric,
Drums?
Drums.
Yeah.
Furniture.
Furniture too.
All
Wow.
all kind of products.
Wow.
All kind of products. Bringing them, distribute them.
Do you
to
go get them
variety
yourself,
stores.
or how you
Well, I
just
used
ship
to
them?
go a lot and have to bring stuff, but fortunately now I have a team of people, so
Okay.
I don't have to go unless I want to go. So sometimes I time shipments coming with when I go, but
Yeah.
the level that I bring them now, I bring shipping containers. So I
Yeah.
either bring 20 or 40-foot containers.
Okay. So what do
So
you?
they just load them up there, come in the water, 45, 50 days.
Yeah.
They come to Savannah Port. I coordinate the truck driver to bring them right to my door.
Right.
We offload them, send them out however we need to send them.
Right.
You know, under our own brand, which is called Erzuli. I sell to other people who are producing products.
What's the name? Say it again.
Erzuli.
Erzuli.
Yes.
Okay.
Erzuli is the brand of our body care products.
Erzuli. Erzuli, like Erzuli?
Like Erzuli from Haiti.
Erzuli. Erzuli Danto.
Yes.
Erzuli Freda.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, we're primarily doing that. Then my nonprofit work is African Jali Cultural Institute.
Okay.
The main activity for that is the Atlanta African Drum and Dance Festival.
Okay.
So every year in July,
In July.
artists from Guinea, Mali, Ivory Coast,
They come
Senegal, they come to the city. We teach classes all weekend. Sometimes we have a performance depending upon how things work out for that year.
Wow.
So that's the nonprofit side. Right now
Okay.
I'm not really making money from that, but you know, the continuation of the culture is very important.
Right.
And so all of that activity is to continue the drumming and dance.
Right.
And song and all of that cultural vibe
Okay.
that comes
So
from
where's
Africa.
that held? Like, is it an event held every
We
year?
don't have our own venue yet,
Okay.
so we have it at various schools.
Okay.
We're waiting to sign a contract for this year, so we haven't fully confirmed it.
Yeah.
But hopefully this week coming, we're going to confirm
Okay.
the location for that.
So the African Jelly, where's this location at now?
Right now we're at 801 Lee Street.
Okay.
So the West End MARTA station, for those familiar,
Yeah.
they built a soccer field at the end of the MARTA station.
Yeah.
And my shop is right across from there.
Yeah, because you've had I remember you had an African Jelly. Was it African Jelly, or when you was over there by the gas station over there, when they were just developing that area?
Every time I've been in
was right
business,
there.
every time I've been in business, it's been African Jali.
Yes.
When I first started, I was in a building where I could have the classes in addition to the commerce.
Yeah.
But since I left that first space, I moved in various places, but even the one you're referring to,
Yeah.
all the black people got gentrified out of that whole
yo,
block.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
maybe 4 or 5 businesses.
Yeah.
White folks just moved us all out.
Yeah.
So I've been in various places, but I'm still doing the same business. I'm
Right.
still doing retail.
Right.
We're still online at AfricanJali.com.
AfricanJelly.com, y'all.
AfricanJali.com. We're still there.
Yeah.
We're distributing. We have products in some Whole Foods,
Yeah.
some beauty supply stores, other health food stores,
That's awesome, man.
other African stores.
Yeah.
So we're selling to anybody, white, black, Asian,
Right. No discrimination.
deaf, dumb, and blind, anybody. We're selling to all of them.
Right,
We bring in
man.
products primarily from our people.
You got something for
and
everybody.
send them. We got something for everybody.
That's
for sure.
beautiful, man. So
Something
you
for
are
a
you
lot of
set up
people.
out here at the festival today?
Yeah, so we in town, so we usually shut down our store for the weekend.
Yeah.
And just come hang out. So this festival is a family reunion in a sense.
Right.
So I usually come set up a booth,
Yeah.
pass out some cards just so people can remember that we're still
Yeah.
around.
Have you always been coming out here to the festival since the beginning?
Yes, probably 20 years.
20 years out of the
At
32?
At least 20
Wow.
years.
That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's a lot
probably
of years.
initially I was just coming and hanging out,
Yeah.
and then being more serious in business, then I would be setting up
Yeah.
as well.
So what kind of impact you think that the Malcolm X Festival has placed on the community? Like,
Man, it's been a serious impact because this is really our festival.
right.
I mean, we have Juneteenth, and we have Malcolm X, and we have my Drum and Dance Festival.
Right.
So it's not many festivals that we organize that people can come. It's free for the public, so you
Yeah.
don't got to worry about paying a whole lot of money to be here. It's a nice vibe.
Yeah.
You know, the festival is the main thing that makes this park famous.
Right.
So most of us even call it Malcolm X Park.
Right. Yeah, I
And
know.
then people
I know.
that are
Yeah.
not familiar, they're like, oh, what park you talking about?
Yeah.
They say, okay, also known as West End Park.
Right,
But to
right.
me, it's Malcolm X Park.
Right.
It's what makes the park special. this community, you know, we're still trying to hold on to this area.
Yeah.
You know, the gentrification is coming in.
Yeah.
In some cases, our people are selling their places, which I don't recommend that they do, but
Right.
people do what they do.
Right.
So yeah, been coming. You always can see people you haven't seen for a while.
Absolutely.
People that have traveled, make sure that they come here
Yeah.
to see who all is around and see
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a mainstay in the community. Everybody needs to come to this festival.
Yo, the market out here is awesome too, because you see fabric, you see different fabrics. They look like it's from different countries out here as well. And you got food trucks with different food and international food, so everybody get a taste of something different.
They are.
I think
Actually,
that's
my
awesome,
wife
man.
has a booth this year. Her name is Chef B.
Chef B.
So I got some real estate
Luke,
on
that's
one
what you talking about,
side.
Chef B?
She got some real estate on the other side,
Yes.
so I had to get up mad
so you're
early.
both out here set up?
We're both out here, so I had to get up mad early.
All right.
Set her tent up.
Yeah.
Set my tent up.
Yeah.
Unload her car.
Right.
I got 2 trucks. I parked one over here,
Yeah.
one over there.
Yeah.
Set my booth up. Then at the end, do some drumming.
Right.
And break her tent down.
Right.
Break my tents down. Hey, but that's what we do. You know, this
Yes.
weekend, there's no sleep.
Yeah.
Saturday night, no sleep.
Yeah.
Sunday night, no sleep.
Yeah.
So Monday, you can just chill.
Y'all get involved.
Yeah.
What about your children? They involved with it as well?
Yeah, well, my youngest was performing, so his school is Quilombo.
Oh,
So
okay.
yesterday they performed.
Yeah.
My oldest boy is with the African Scouts, New
Okay.
African Scouts.
Okay.
So they did a little performance.
That was yesterday as well?
That was yesterday as well.
Okay. Any
So-
performances from them today as well?
No, pretty
Okay.
much all of that is on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now
Other than
everybody
that,
just
they helping, they selling.
helping out. Mhm.
My youngest son was making change early. And
Yeah.
he said, make sure you count it out, make sure it's right. So growing him up in the business.
Right. So what
Yeah.
kind of food does Chef B make? Like,
She's a plant-based chef, a vegan chef.
okay.
So she got a nice masaman curry that I had yesterday with
Okay.
some rice.
Is there any more?
Oh, I'm sure there's
So
some.
we got to send a second.
She got some watermelon juice.
You know what I mean?
She got some sorrel. She got a lot of good stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Word, man. Well, yo, Ayatoro, man, that's awesome, man. I want to ask you one more question, though, man. Like,
Sure.
let me see. Well, what message would you like to send the organizers and the volunteers of the Malcolm X Festival?
Oh, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not an organizer, but whatever hand I can lend, I lend. Whatever suggestions I lend,
Yeah.
I can. But definitely congratulations and big up for 32 years
Yeah.
of success.
Yeah.
You know, every year it grows. Every year the marketplace grows.
Yeah.
Every year you have new people who haven't been here before.
Right.
Every year the artists on the stage get more and more famous.
Yeah, yo.
I'm sure you've been up there.
Yeah, I have.
At least
I sure
see.
have.
See,
Twice,
you've been up
3
there. I know
times.
you've been up there. I was up there yesterday, bigging up
Yes.
the children for the
No
school. So yeah,
doubt.
just continue to work.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very good festival. So yeah, it's good. It's
That's
all
what's
good.
up, man. I appreciate
good.
you coming through,
Appreciate
man.
you too.
Word,
Word up.
man.
Appreciate you too.
Hell yeah, yo.
Big up, big
It's
up.
Ayatoro, y'all. Y'all make some more noise for Ayatoro,
Boop,
man.
boop, boop,
Malcolm
boop,
X,
boop,
32
boop.
years, man.
Bam, bam, bam.
That's what's up, man.
Bam.
That's
Peace.
the Elly Show. Y'all stay tuned. We got more in store. Don't go nowhere.
Peace.
Thank you, fam.
Oh, man, thank you, man. You know, it's
This
easy.
is awesome, man.
We already be talking stand up,
That's
so
right,
we just
yo.
sit down.
All right, welcome back, y'all. We back at the Elly Show, still episode 8. Y'all make some noise. Yeah. So on my left here, I got Ross Kofi, the farmer, the entertainer. I mean, this guy here, he's a lot of things, man. He wear a lot of hats, yo. He's gonna do music here today at the Malcolm X Festival, so you know we're here. It's celebrating 32 years of the Malcolm X Fest, and you've been a part of this for the whole time, 32?
Not 32, but a long time still, at least 20.
At least 20. Wow. Blah, blah, blah. I'll say the same thing, man. So that's awesome, man. So what bring you to here, to the Malcolm X Festival,
Well,
and to be a part of this? Like, what?
First and foremost, it's family, you know?
Yeah.
As a nation builder, we love to feel the feeling
Yeah.
of what we working for. And if you look around, this is an example of how we can live every day.
Right.
We're doing business, we loving each other, we eating good,
Yeah.
we praying. All of the elements
Yes,
of life
yes.
is happening right here.
Yes.
So where else would I be? That's the first thing. And
That's
then,
the fact.
and then the family that putting it on,
Right.
family, man.
Right.
This is the lineage, you know.
Yes.
This is our lineage, our revolutionary lineage, again, of builders, you know.
Yes.
Not just ones who talk. A mouthpiece, you know, it has a purpose because we need people with voices.
Right.
But when the people bring it together with action behind the voice,
Yes.
and that's what MXGM represent, you know, that's, as an organization that's
Right.
about building, you know?
Right. So, yo, so you say for about 20 years out of the 32, you've
Yeah,
been
man, my family
apart.
used to live right across the street. Our brother Loose Weed, remember that?
Oh, yeah, you do.
Ekadayo, remember that?
Yeah, you do.
My babies was born right across the street.
Wow.
Many times I used to walk across the street, we pray,
Yes.
burn up our chalice,
Yes.
and come and get on the stage and blaze up the fire, you know?
Yes.
So,
Just like that?
from the 90s. From the
That's
90s.
awesome, yo.
Yeah,
So
man.
originally, are you from Atlanta?
No, I'm born in Guyana, South
You're born in
America.
Guyana.
Yeah.
So Guyana, from Guyana to Atlanta?
Guyana to Atlanta in the early 80s. On political exile, we had to leave the country just based on the fact that our family inherited a struggle against a dictatorship, you know, and so it became unsafe and really, my mom couldn't even live really. So she and my siblings came over while my father stayed behind
Yeah.
to carry on that work. And that was a mutual agreement, you know, amongst husband and wife, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they stayed happily married till the day she transitioned in 2017. Even though we lived on separate continents for a couple decades.
Right.
So yeah, we came here and then we went out to California.
Oh, okay.
So I spent my teenage years in this
You went to school out there
in
too?
Southern California, drug central, the
Yeah,
crack era,
yeah,
all that
yeah,
madness,
yeah.
you know. You know what I mean? And so we came back out here for school.
Okay, you came here
I
for
came,
school.
I came to Augusta, Georgia for school.
Okay. Okay.
And then
What
I
did
came
you-
up to Atlanta. During the time when I was in school, I was commuting back and forth.
Okay.
And just really settled here in about 94, 95.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, and you do music too, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So talk about your music.
Oh,
What got
man.
you doing music? You
Wow.
always do music, even in Guyana?
Not from Guyana. From Guyana, we did music in the sense of how traditional people, music is a big part of our culture, as you know.
Yeah.
So we always singing songs,
Yeah.
folk songs, marriage songs,
Yeah.
revolutionary songs. We
Yeah.
always singing songs.
Yes.
So from that, but when I started really doing music and recording, it was about 1988, 87, 88
Okay.
in California.
All right.
A member of a group called the Rooftop Ghetto Rascals.
That's your group?
Well, that was a crew that was already existing, and the brothers brought me in. You know?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just,
You add on to the group.
yeah. So you know, they already loved the synergy of hip hop and reggae. That was already
That's
a
what
part
y'all
of their
do.
reality.
Yeah.
So I fit right in.
You brought the reggae to them.
Well, I didn't bring it to them. No, they already had it.
Okay.
They already had
Yeah.
it. Some of these brothers are my big brothers, my OGs, you know.
Okay, that's what's
so
up.
they already had the reggae. You know,
Right.
it's Southern California. That's how the life is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Gang banging, hip hop, reggae,
Yeah.
herb, you know, warriorhood, the whole
Right,
vibe.
right,
you know?
right. The whole vibe.
So yeah, so from there, when we came back east, we had the first iteration of the Black Angels
Yeah.
in college days.
Okay.
So my brother Kelvin X, Russ Rock, G Phenomenon, and all them. We had a whole group, and our group was called the Black Angels, as part of a bigger collective.
Okay.
Then we came up here. We had the second iteration of the Black Angels.
Okay.
That's when I met.
Here in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's when I met the Lions.
Okay.
Lyrics is unified, never separated.
Never separated.
Never separated.
Yes,
And
yo.
also, and then from them, you know, we started really getting more into the reggae, roots reggae, because
Right.
them time that I started learning about Rastafari, you know.
Yeah.
Met one of my teachers, Abba Shaka,
Yes.
you know,
Big
who
up
is
Abba
the head
Shaka.
rocker, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And through teaching I about music, he taught us a lot about Rastafari.
Mm.
And at them time that I started participating in the Nyabingi order,
Yeah.
you know, as a priest and everything. And so, you know, after a while I stopped really, I never stopped doing hip hop music, but I really started working more with a band.
Yeah.
And that's what you're gonna see this evening too.
Okay,
you know?
yeah, because you're the closer, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Yes. I like that, man.
Yes, sir.
That makes some noise for Ross Kofi, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? This guy here, man, he's been doing a lot. You got a farm too.
A few of them.
I haven't been to the farm yet. Luce looked at me like, well, you haven't been there yet.
Tell him
I
go get a
haven't
late
been
pass.
yet,
man.
Yeah.
Late pass. Late pass for El Son.
Tell me about that, man.
We have a few farms that we steward, you know, because as we say, you know, part of our tagline, if you will, life is a farm.
Yeah.
And then what that means is that the fundamental aspects of agriculture
Yeah.
are the same as the fundamental aspects of human life,
Yeah.
you know, village life.
So that's part of our mission, is to bring agriculture into the pop culture.
And it's open to the public?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we have 2 farms up here that we steward that I partner with Queen Yen at OU Botanical Gardens.
Okay.
Used to be called Shamba back in the day.
Okay.
Now the sister bought it, the land, so it's owned by a black woman.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then also another land, Ashe Farms in Southwest
Ashe
Atlanta.
Farms, wow.
We do farms for people all over the place.
Okay.
That's a lot of, we have clients east, west, north, and south.
Yeah.
And then so down south right now, we're working on a project on a 100-acre farm that we're working in alliance with the National Black Food and Justice Alliance, an organization called BOLD, where my company on the farm, we're stewarding that land. So we're using sheep and goat as the main tools of regenerative, or we say reparative agriculture.
Yeah, that's amazing, yo. What bring you into that? Is you grow up
from
in
birth.
that?
Yeah, from birth.
Yeah.
My mother, really, Ibaye, my mother, I gotta give credit to her.
Yeah.
Because from young, on my social media page, you got pictures of my mama and us milking the cows. I used to have to take the cows to school, to pasture before school in the morning.
Wow. So you live a real farm life.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow,
so
man.
I must say, during them California years, during the adolescent years, I wasn't farming. I was thinking about hip hop and girls. You know what I mean? But when I became a father, right across the street from where we're sitting right now, it's like
everything changed.
Instinct kicked in. Instinct kicked in, and we had a family meeting. Abba Shaka, big up Umi Blackfoot, Mama Sarana, the mother of my children, and we had the family meeting, and some ones wanted to keep a lawn, and my position was like, yo, you can't eat grass, so they compromised, and so we had half of the yard was a farm or a garden, and half of the yard was a lawn. Built up a chicken hoop with scraps, from the lumber, from construction sites.
Right.
Just so my children could have that experience that I had.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, and from then it's just nonstop.
So now they getting it from birth now.
They getting it from birth. They got it from birth, and of course, as children do, they had a period of resistance.
Okay.
They didn't want to hear nothing about no farming. But I'm proud to say all of them, man. Now they seek me out about, come, Daddy, plant a garden in my house, or you need some extra work?
Right.
I want to make, whatever it is. Bring some vegetables for us. So, children live what they learn,
Right. Do you ever have classes to teach people how to farm?
Yeah, man, definitely.
You do?
Yeah, we got a website, onthefarm.com. That's ONDA, onthefarm.com.
Onthefarm.com.
Yeah, and then that will link you to our social media, link us to the classes, all the events we do, just a one-stop shop, so people can find out everything there.
So what about, you got another event too, Roots in the West End, right?
Of course, man.
What's up with that, man?
Well, that's not my event, but it's my event because my family put it on. So I take ownership in assisting and strengthening that.
Yes.
But I can't take credit for the conception of it. That's Iras and Abba Shaka and Palma and them brethren there,
Yes.
But that's my family.
But I see you a part of it, so
Of course. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
man.
why I had to say it like that. Because I am.
Respect.
However, I got to give respect to where respect due for the conception.
Absolutely,
But,
man.
as them tell me about it, Raskofi come in and deal what we have to do and hold my corner, You know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely.
And Elson be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna make noise.
With the big guns.
Big guns.
With the big guns. Bruce Lee be there with the big guns.
Yes, man.
Yeah, what's the name of that? Thunderbush style.
Yes.
Thunderbush style. You think me not know?
Right.
Sure.
Raskofi been around, man.
Oh, you mean?
Yes, yo.
Yeah, man, we here, man.
Huh? WRFG, yeah, you on the radio as well.
Yeah, this is my 28th year on the radio.
What station is yours, or what?
89.3.
89.3.
WRFG, Radio Free
show?
Georgia. Oh, it's called the Ancestral Rock now.
The Ancestral Rock.
The Ancestral Rock. We're on from 2 to 4 every Thursday.
Every Thursday from 2 to 4.
Yeah. We used to be, we've done a lot of different slots.
Yeah.
We started 3 to 6 in the AM.
Okay.
Overnight with a Reggae University 3.
Yeah.
Ross Marvin was on that same time. Big up Ross Marvin.
Yeah, big
Our
up
brother
Ross
Malik Kalam, rest in power.
Rest in power. I used to see Malik over here every time I come here, man.
Yeah, that was our slot.
Yes.
The late night ghetto, like Vaughn said,
Yes.
And then we switched to 11 to 2 Friday night.
Right.
After Mama Afrikidi. Ibaye, rest in power. She transitioned about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Great warrior.
Wow.
One of the Radio Free griots. So I is like the second generation of Radio Free griots,
Yeah.
And we say that because that's what the elders told me, because it's not just everybody's a Radio Free Griot, you know, so I'm proud to say that, you know what I
Right.
mean? Because again, it's a lineage.
Yeah, it is.
It's a legacy of community service through the radio station.
I was-
Baba Bilal,
Yeah.
original Radio
Yes,
Free
Baba
Griot.
Bilal was here.
Iya Fulani,
Mhm.
KT, Baba Bomani Bakari, rest in power.
Yeah.
Who else? Of course, Iya Fulani, I said that already. There's a few others whose names I'm missing right now.
Yeah.
Afikidi.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but these are all the Radio Free Griot.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They're the first class, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome,
Oh,
man.
Baba Jim Cameron.
Baba Jim Kevin. You see, you spoke him up, right?
Of course, the
You
mountain
spoke 'em
lion,
up.
man. We see him
Yeah.
Lion. Salute.
Word,
man.
man. So yeah, Baba. I mean, it's just awesome to have you here, man. You
Yeah,
know, I'm
give thanks
just
for having
getting
me.
this show. We getting this show going.
Yes,
This
sir.
is episode 8.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's powerful Batala.
That's
You
it.
know what I mean? You know, all
That's it.
white.
That's
So
it.
you know what I mean? It's just a
Yeah,
beautiful
power,
time,
Richard.
man.
Yeah,
Let me
man,
ask you this: what kind of impact do you think the Malcolm X Festival has on the community here?
Well, just look around. But for the ones who don't have the benefit of looking around, it's a family reunion.
Yeah.
And there's no words that can describe the impact that family has.
Right.
Solidarity has,
Right.
you know? Like solidarity in the flesh. Guys, we know love is an action verb.
Right.
So Malcolm X Fest gives us an opportunity to recharge. Because we still at war, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
The victory has been proclaimed and we walking it through now.
Yeah.
But it's still a war. So what does that mean? That means that our assignment as warriors is usually in the lonesome valleys. We going out in the bush,
Right.
recruiting soldiers.
Right.
So it's always beautiful when we can come together and recharge, you feel me?
Absolutely,
Before we
man.
go back out in the bush. So that's what I'm
Absolutely,
bringing this evening, you know?
Yeah.
We're just bringing some food for the family
Yeah.
so that we can recharge, man. So we
Yeah.
can continue to do what we do.
We need that, man.
That's it.
We need that, man. For real, yo.
That's it.
What's up, Lewis? Yeah. Yeah, the album. Talk to me.
Man.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got soap. Your hands is involved in everything.
We got about 4 albums that are in the works and have been in the works for years.
Okay.
Just different concepts and everything, you know.
Yeah.
But the family can definitely again check out onthefarm.com.
Onthefarm.com.
Because that would lead you to our band camp.
Yeah.
We're in the process of now streaming on all the different platforms, and we have a lot of different stuff that's out there already. But I want to big up my brethren, the Sons of Light.
Sons of Light. Yeah. Yeah.
We recorded most of the album in the den, in the Lion's Den.
Really?
Of course.
What?
With Hakeem.
Yes.
Hakeem the Dream and
Hakeem
Taj
the
and
Dream,
Bilal and all
yeah.
that kind of
Shouts
weird.
out to Taj, man.
It was, matter of fact, it was after the introduction album that I heard the introduction album. I'm like, yo, who is these cats?
Yeah.
And so the Lions Den, they set the tone, they set the foundation in terms
Yeah.
of that collaboration,
Yeah.
a full album collaboration with the Sons.
Yeah.
And then we came behind with the Materialist album. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Classic,
man.
classic,
Look at
classic
that, man.
vibes.
Yo, we need to do something, some new stuff together,
It's
man.
already
All
done.
of us, yo.
It's already done.
For real, yo.
It's already
Real.
done.
You know what I mean?
It's already done.
I can't wait to see when you're gonna rock, yo.
Yes. We're looking forward.
Yes, man. This is beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
man.
What's up, Luz?
Well, thank you for having us,
Because
man.
I don't want to hold them up too much because I could go in, you know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta get ready.
This
I'm
guy.
gotta get ready for the stage.
Yo, man, it's been awesome talking to you,
Salute.
Roscoe. Yo, this ain't the last
Yo,
time
son.
you're gonna be on here.
Nah,
yo.
we're here, brother.
All right, man.
Anytime you need me,
Yo,
just link me, man.
I will. Yo, that's a closeout for the Elly Show, episode 8. It's been awesome. Y'all still stick around because the festival is still going on, and it's a beautiful affair, yo. Yes. Yes. These special guests, yes. Yes. Welcome back, y'all. We still on the Elly Show. Y'all still with us? Y'all make some noise. All right, this is episode 8, Malcolm X Festival, celebrating 32 years. And I'm sitting here with Baba Bilal. Baba Bilal, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing fine, and you? How you doing,
I'm
Elly?
pretty good. It's great to meet you, man.
great.
So, Luce is our producer here, and he wanted me to talk to you and talk about the Malcolm X Festival. Like, how long you've been coming here?
Well, I've been living here. 32 years ago, I lived here. I had a house right around the corner.
Okay.
And and that's the mosque that I was going to.
Wow.
It's the mosque in the neighborhood.
Right here in the West End?
Yeah, it's right there on the corner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you might hear the adhan call to prayer.
Yeah.
They call them to prayer right over there.
Okay,
The
so
next
you're
one
part
will
of
be-
the Muslim community within the West End.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm part of that community. And we're very cool. We could say we are allies.
Okay.
We're allies with the Malcolm X grassroots movement.
Are you? Okay.
Because on the day, a very important day to us was 23 years ago, March 16th.
Okay.
There was a shooting incident right over there by the masjid.
Yeah.
And they accused our imam of shooting a sheriff deputy, and wounding another one.
Wow.
The one that was wounded and the one that succumbed to his life, they both identified the person who shot them. And they said they shot them. They were in Marines, they was marksmen.
Wow.
They said they shot the person that shot them.
Wow.
We had a person and so the description that they gave doesn't fit Imam Jamil.
Okay.
Doesn't fit our Imam. The description that they gave fits another brother perfectly.
Wow.
And the brother was shot that same night.
That same night.
Yeah. So, but he confessed.
Yeah.
But once they put it on the news that Imam Jamil did it, and that's all they
Trying
wanted to hear.
Yeah,
He
tarnish the
confessed
character.
maybe 4 days before they took Imam Jamil into custody.
Really?
And he hasn't been heard by any officials. I mean, he's been heard by the FBI, but in terms of the court case,
Yeah.
the first time that he was interviewed by anybody related to Fulton County court system was 1 month ago.
Wow.
1 month ago, 23 years after the false conviction.
Okay.
So that's the kind of politics
Yeah.
they play around here.
Man, that's
So
history
yeah,
right here.
yeah,
That's
so
history.
That's a part of the deal. That's all I wanted to bring out. I don't know how much time you got.
Yeah.
But if I had enough time to say that, and I also want to give out the website.
Yeah,
that
please
we
do.
have, the www.imamjamilactionnetwork.org. www.imamjamilactionnetwork.org. You can go to that website and you can look up the story. You can look up his story. It's a fantastic story just to know his life story and the life story of his brother. You know, Amir Alamein. His name is Imam Jamil Alamein.
Okay.
Formerly known back in the day as H. Rap Brown. So you look up either one of them names, you know, Ed Brown or H. Rap Brown, Amir Alamein or Jamil Alamein, and you'll be looking up the history of two very stand-up brothers.
Y'all hear that?
Who lived right here in this community. And Imam Jamil, his residence is still right here, even though they're holding him in Tucson, Arizona, in the federal prison. And so that's what Imam
So you
Jamil
seen
Action Network
So
is
that
about.
the Malcolm X Festival was going on even then at that time.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. He used to attend.
Right. He used to attend.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. He would do the opening prayer.
Okay.
Before they get started. He
Wow.
would do the opening prayer.
I didn't know that they used to have opening prayer here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they still do. They do opening prayer and libation. They go full. They go at it full throttle.
Yeah.
Like they say, Yeah. Malcolm X grassroots movement is on it. The way I say they are our cherished allies.
Yeah.
Because that night I spoke to, March 16th, 2000. They didn't have to call them. Didn't have to call them and say such is happening. They was here.
Right.
Brothers, what y'all need?
Right.
And they was right here. That's our allies. This is our heart.
Salute
they live
to
over,
them.
a lot of them live over in Decatur, in Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
But when they heard that was going on here, they was here.
So this park is special.
This park is special. This neighborhood is special.
The neighborhood itself.
This neighborhood used to be, people were scared to come in here.
Yeah.
This
really?
park, people didn't come around. Tell them, Luce.
Really?
People didn't come around here, man.
Really?
No.
Wow.
You had to stop it, Had to stop it. Brothers had to, and tell them, look, we have a school right up the street.
Right.
There's a Boys and Girls Center right here.
Right down here on Lawton?
Yeah, right across the road right here.
Yeah.
And we have a worship center right here.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Don't bring that activity
right
around here no more.
Right.
If you
I know. I came down here in '98, and it's always been the vibe to me. Has always been, you know what I mean? Yeah. Definitely beautiful.
A lot of work went into creating that vibe.
Okay.
And into keeping that vibe.
Yeah. That's beautiful, because I knew they tell us they want to say this is called Malcolm X Part 2 as well. Like, has it been stamped, named yet, or is that in the works?
Well, the people have named it, you know.
Right.
The people have named it. And you see the portrait in the park, you see there's a portrait of him
over here on the wall.
there, and a portrait of Jamil Al-Amin.
Yeah,
you know?
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, the brothers who did that, they was out here yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. But they,
So tell me about yourself, though. Tell me about you and
I came.
your background.
I came to when I moved to Atlanta.
Where did you move from?
I moved here from New Orleans, Louisiana.
From New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I grew up in New York. You know, but
I'm from New York.
Yeah, my family, on my father's side, it's from Honduras.
Okay.
But it's from New Orleans. It's from New Orleans on this side of the map.
Yeah.
You know? So like when I came here, we used to come here and we would always stop in Atlanta when I would be traveling with my father.
Yeah.
He's my father. He's not my biological father.
Okay.
But he is my surrogate father in the sense that he was the one that taught me, and even my father knew him and knew of him. And there was no competition. There was understanding that this is just furthering my education and furthering my being tied into the movement.
Okay.
And that was a man named Saladin Shakur.
Saladin Shakur.
Yeah, El-Hajj Saladin Shakur. He was a companion of El-Hajj Malik Shakur.
Wow.
Also known as Malcolm X.
Wow.
They were tight buddies like that.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's my connection. That's my connection to Malcolm X before the Malcolm X Festival started here. Everywhere I've been, on Malcolm X's birthday, I would call it to people's attention.
Yeah.
That this is what's happening. Tell them about the great. If I get a chance to go on radio, I do it on radio. If I just get a chance to stand with a group of people on the corner and talk about Malcolm X. So I've always done that. I always said it was,
so Shakur, that name, Tupac Shakur, is Tupac related to you?
Tupac Shakur is the grandson of Hajj Malik Shakur.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Afeni Shakur was his mother.
Right.
You know, was his daughter. She got the name Shakur because she studied Islam with El-Hajj Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
But she married Haji's son, Lumumba.
Okay.
Yeah, Lumumba Abdul Shakur.
Who's home now?
Huh? No. He's returned to Allah now. He lost his life maybe about close to 30 years ago.
Okay.
But his younger brother, Batulu Shakur, who you're talking about, who's home
that's
now,
what I'm talking about,
did 36 years, a little more than 36 years in federal penitentiary. So, he was like myself, an adopted son of Haji Shakur. But we just don't use the terms adopted, you know, like
his family is family.
Or step, like my mother said, she didn't have no step grandchildren.
Right.
She don't know what that is.
She had grandchildren.
Right.
My grandmother the same way.
She had. When I marry a sister, that becomes her daughter.
Yeah.
Not her daughter-in-law.
Absolutely.
Because the law don't have nothing to do with it no more. Once we made the decision to be married, then it's love that unites us.
Right.
It's the family.
So have you always lived here in the West End, or like you said when you came here, you came to Atlanta?
I moved here in the mid '80s.
Okay.
Yeah. Mid 80s.
Yeah.
And I lived here since then. I moved out of the West End in the early, around 2000, around 2003 or 4.
Okay.
I moved out of the West End, and I moved to an area called South Fulton.
Okay, I know. I used to live out that way.
Yeah.
I lived
All
out
black
in
town, out by the
Fairburn,
airport.
going out towards South Fulton.
Yeah. And so then So then so I lived out there for a while, then I moved to Belize.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived in Belize years ago.
Wow.
So I moved back to Belize. That's right, my father, like I said, my father, my biological father on his side, he was born in Roatan, Honduras.
Wow.
Yeah. And so was my grandfather.
Yeah.
And my great-grandfather.
Wow.
And my great-great-grandfather.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we're right there. And so I live in Belize.
Right.
I'm living, and I can see, right across the Bay of Honduras, I can see this place where my ancestors come from. Yeah, for at least the last 5 generations.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
But I don't have much time, but I want to ask you this. What kind of impact do you think the Malcolm X Festival has on the community now?
I think it has a tremendous impact because there's an effort to try to uproot this community.
Right.
But you see the culture that's practiced here in this community on this specific day, ties us back to a point in time when many more of our people lived in the area. Right. And came from all of so people will come today, this weekend.
People come from out of town over here.
Yeah, people come from all over the country, all over the world.
You see it
people
getting any bigger?
Up here. Well, if I see it getting any bigger, I would see it have to leave here. Because right now it's, well, it's not time of day yet, but in 3 or 4 hours, you're not gonna see no grass.
Right.
You're gonna see all this place is
right. Right. I like it though. It's comfortable, man. So yo, that's our time. Okay. It's been awesome.
I'd like to give out one other website.
Please do.
And that other website is for BANA, the Black Acupuncture Advisory Association of North America.
Yeah.
This is an organization, an institution founded by Dr. Matuba Shakur over 50 years ago. And we resurrected that organization. It's back in focus, and you can go to our website at www.baana.org.
Okay.
BAAANA.org.
Okay. Copy that. Y'all got that. Y'all make some noise for Baba Bilal, man.
Oh yeah, I make some. Irie. Yeah, man said make some noise. You ain't making no noise.
And we got Irie over here too. Look at Irie.
We had the festival, man. All the big dogs in the house, man.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Man.
Yes. All right, we back over here with Baba Bilal. Oh man, that was awesome. Yeah. So what I was gonna ask you is, you the original sound man here, right? So you've been here at the beginning of this?
Yeah. We had
been here for the whole 32 years?
Yeah, I was the sound guy for the first 30.
Yes, wow.
Just do the stage and the sound, everything.
Yeah.
And so I knew AK, I guess you're gonna interview him next.
Yeah.
Akinyele.
Yeah.
And I knew him through Bilal.
Okay.
And then Bilal and I had been friends for a while and had been doing sound. And so they had a big revolutionary, some kind of conference, SIAK, he'll remember all that.
Yeah.
And they asked me to do the sound. And so in the process of doing that, we got kicked out of the venue.
What?
Yeah, that's too much stuff. And so I had a chance to hang out with him for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
And anyway, we kind of, whenever they had something, I would do shit. And so when they had they decided him and his lady, Aminata, they went ahead and they said, well, let's do this festival.
Right.
And so I was the cheapest cat around.
Yeah.
It actually had some
do your
quality
stuff, though.
I did the stuff, and so we had a stage. We used to be right out there on the stage.
Right out here in the West End?
No, it was right there on the ball field.
Wow.
That's what we had for about the first 3 or 4 years.
So before it moved here, it was over here?
Yeah, it was right down there on the ball field.
Wow.
And so we did it there for a bunch of years, about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And one year we got rained out really bad. The rain came down, and it covered all my speakers and everything.
Oh my God.
And it was up to the top of the fucking stands and shit. I mean, the stage. Anyway, so we said we ain't doing it down there no more.
Right.
And so we used to do it right here. right here in the.
Okay, where the playground is
Yeah,
now?
they put the playground and keep us
Okay,
from doing it.
I see.
And so we did it there in the playground for 10, 12 years.
So the playground wasn't here before?
There wasn't no
then?
playground.
Okay.
And about 10, 12 years, it was a thing. And I used to put the same size stage as that, and that's the same top I used to use.
Yeah.
It's a 20 box. You know what that is. And it works fine.
Right. That's awesome, man.
And so, I know. And nobody ever heard of it, right?
Right.
And so, but you know what? It pays the same.
Right.
And
Wow.
so anyway.
That's what he's saying.
And so I did the sound for years and years and years. We had Arrested Development came and
Really?
yeah, they did a couple of years, and then we had like had a bunch of people came through.
Yeah.
I don't remember names because my brain's
Right,
all fried.
right.
Can't smoke too much dope when you're lungs. Okay.
Copy that. Yeah.
It'll pay later. And so, but we used to have a bunch of people would come through, and it's
Okay.
always had a good vibe.
Right,
You know,
like
the
it is
energy.
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it'd be like this, right?
Yeah.
Except we'd be just doing it. It'd just be me and Bilal most of the
Yeah,
time, and then sometimes we get some help
Right.
with putting it up, and then I used to get a lot of prisoners.
Right.
We would go get the guys from the halfway house, and they would
Wow.
come clean up the park for us and help
Yeah.
me move the stage and stuff.
Get out of here.
They did that for years.
Wow.
This was like their, they had to get community service. This was their community service, so we used to
Yeah.
use them all the time.
So you've been here since the beginning. Are you a part of the grassroots?
I was no, but I used to. I'm like I would say maybe I'm a good friend of the grassroots.
Yes.
And I went to Coop and Zika, and I've been like around them a long time.
Okay.
We're just buddies.
Yeah.
And I used to threaten to join the militia, but I never did do
Right.
it. I didn't even join the army to go to Vietnam. You know, I wasn't gonna do that. And so that's about it. And then they built the park, and then we got down there, and we've probably been there at least 10, 12 years.
Okay, right down here.
Right there,
Yeah.
that same spot.
Yeah.
And so it's been good. You know, it's a
Yeah.
trip. It's a community change. It used to be all black and Negroes around here.
Mm-hmm.
We were here at a trip. Jamil's store is right there.
Right.
And we used to go over to Jamil's store and get water all the time. That's the only time I saw him. You know, he's this big old tall Negro.
Right.
And he was always cool, you know.
Right.
I never heard him talk. I wasn't, part of the gang or anything. But they cleaned up the area. This used to be nothing but hoes and drug dealers.
Wow.
And they cleaned that stuff out, man.
Yeah.
They would, because most of the Muslims was all out to join anyway.
Yeah.
They had no problem straightening shit out.
Right.
And so they straightened all out, and they used to be a big motorcycle gang over here. They was the cause of a bunch of problems right down Lucille there.
Yeah.
And it was a big motorcycle gang. They had been there for a long time. I think they might have been somewhere in there is the hookup between the Jamil messed up.
Yeah.
And anyway, they wound up buying the building from them and
Really?
putting them out.
Wow.
And the whole neighborhood has been upward bound ever since.
Wow.
And it's a problem because now it's getting gentrified. Now they got white folks running every damn where.
Right.
And but he was like really big catalyst for all that stuff. And so anyway, so I don't know what else.
Right. So it's been moving around and it's been here. So what kind of impact you think is made for the community?
I don't know. See, they don't like it that much now. It's too many Negroes out
Really?
here. Yeah. A lot of y'all out here makes problems,
Oh, man.
because the white folk got here, and I think there's a lot. They're still cool. Now, when I talked to
But I see
Watani, he
white
said,
people here. I see
yeah,
some
there's
white
some, it's cool.
people here.
And if you're smart and you know what the world is,
Yeah.
this ain't no problem.
Yeah.
It ain't no problem. And
It's
so,
like a family. It's like a family.
yeah, it's a
affair,
family
like,
thing.
yeah.
And like I was telling them, you don't never see this kind of action. This is some shit you would see up in New York.
Right.
With this kind of vendors and the
Right,
amount of vendors
right,
and
right.
stuff. I mean, this is Brooklyn. You're from Brooklyn. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
This is the kind of shit you would see up there.
Yeah, hell
Not down in the South.
Yeah.
You won't see this shit outside. Even North Carolina, South Carolina, in the South, I think this might be the baddest festival of this kind in the whole Southeast.
Right.
You may be something like that in New Orleans, but I've never heard of this kind of a cultural thing, even in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then in New Orleans, you watch it for your life.
Yeah.
but I mean, y'all get around, but I have never seen. This is some real New York,
Right.
very
Right.
what you call it, and the size of it, and the variety of stuff. you ain't gonna see nowhere else.
Right.
And you know, one of the things I've been trying to push on them to try to advertise it, not so much as that's a queen right there.
Yeah.
Not so much the entertainment value is the marketplace.
Okay.
Then they don't really. I don't think they stress the marketplace. Mugs love to shop.
Yes, they do.
And they don't. I don't think they push that piece enough to make it grow. Because I think Negroes would fly down here.
But people do fly down here for this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
People come down here for this. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Y'all 32 years. Yeah, man.
Man, I didn't know that.
Right.
I did not know that.
Yeah, man. Because I be meeting new people here almost every time I come.
I did not know that,
Yeah.
dog. Okay. So,
Yeah.
you know, I be down in a little world, boss. You know, it sucks to be old.
That's funny, though, because you've been here since the beginning, so you've seen it grow.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, it used to be, I liked it up here because it was a tighter crowd. And it'd be thicker,
Right.
and so the energy be a little higher.
Right.
But down there, it's filling up again,
It's a
and
flow,
so now,
yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna go next.
Could you see it filling up the whole park?
I don't know if they can stand it.
Yeah.
The white folk would have a shitty fit.
But they be having festivals like in Philly, and they be filling up parks.
No
like, you know
stuff.
what I mean?
Yeah, I think this could fill up the park if they, you know, that part of it is just the energy is. You don't see no black Negro shit anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't never hear this kind of
never no-
conversation.
yeah.
They either had the cultural shit,
Yep.
and you got tons of Africanist stuff,
Yeah.
but you don't hear no revolutionary,
Right.
progressive.
It's about the only one.
This is it, as far as I know. And that to me is what's making it special.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that Malcolm X energy is like, that boy was crazy.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
That boy was wild. Because of the shit we've been through with this thing.
Right.
We were here one, I guess I don't know if I should tell all the dirt.
So why you think they wanted to do it in this park specifically?
I have no idea.
Really?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Akinyele started it.
Okay.
It was him. Him and Aminata.
AK.
And he's waiting for me now. I told him I'd come
Okay.
on over there. He
Yeah,
could
I
maybe
gotta
tell you.
talk about AK, man.
Yeah.
I haven't
He's a
seen
man.
him in years.
He the man. He's I don't know what else I'm supposed to say.
But you always done sound.
I always did the sound
Have you ever
and
worked in
the
any
stage.
movie sets and stuff like that too as well?
No, hell no. I was a grip.
Okay, you was a grip in the set?
Yes, I did. I was a key
Wow.
grip. I did
Okay.
some movies. I got a IMDb and everything.
Right, I know, okay. Y'all better
I
look.
worked on School Days.
Yes, wow.
That was my first movie.
Okay,
was-
School Days?
Yeah, I had the first
Yeah.
reggae club in Atlanta.
What?
Yeah, no, that's some shit.
Legendary.
Yeah, I said right
Wow.
over there on Mason Turner. It used to be a cultural center.
Yes.
And me and a buddy of mine got in it and we created a reggae club.
Yeah.
And we started doing we do herbology classes
Yeah.
and the PLO used to meet there and the
Yeah.
Retreat Liberation Army used to be there.
Yeah.
It's just like cultural and stuff. And we did that for a long time.
Yeah.
And about 3 years before we fell out. Then
Right.
drugs, cocaine's a hell of drug.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, that was the end of that.
Yeah,
But then
man.
after that, I could tell them about BFTS. We started BFTS later on. Right after School Days, there was a bunch of us that started this thing called Black Film Technicians Society.
Okay.
And what happened was
It's like your own union?
No, it was just a bunch of Negroes that had. We were the only ones in town that were doing anything.
Okay.
And there was this guy Carl Johnson who was working, and he and a couple other guys, Bill Bennett, and they were like the original cats who was actually working. And so they were meeting with Al, and we met over the house, and we started getting together, and we found a hookup over there at Clark College, and they had a media thing, and they gave us a room, and so we started meeting in a room there. And to give you a quick story, so they meet in the room, and so the kids started coming in, right?
Okay.
And so all the people who had worked School Days were coming there, and then we were starting to get little jobs, and so we would bring in the DPs and the actors and stuff, but we were all just thirds.
Okay.
Nobody department heads. We were just trying to get a job.
Right.
You know, it was 87, 88, and so we started bringing people in. So we had some soirees. Negroes know how to party, man. Soirees. We had some damn soirees. And we had like fucking niggas was coming from the sets and shit.
Yeah.
We come in there and that shit was off the chain. Off the chain, right? So we had about 3 years of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, cocaine's a hell of a drug. But you know, it wasn't like, it was just sort of fell apart. They started, people started working and everything, and sort of went away. But as a trip is about 7-8 years later, there was a strike in Atlanta in '93. You know, by now everybody's getting their little jobs and stuff. We got it. Now there's a strike.
Right.
No more work.
Right.
Right. All of a sudden, the kids who used to come to the BFTS meetings had graduated, were now producing music videos.
Wow.
And so all of us who were the old school cats, when the white boys were all left and they were going to New York and LA and New Orleans and Wilmington and shit, we wasn't going nowhere because we were thirds. These are department heads. They could work.
Right.
And so they had these videos. They don't know nobody, so they calling us because they remembered us from being in the thing.
Yeah.
So we started doing videos. And now we were thirds and shit, right? Now I'm keying shit. And so I didn't know, you know, you learn that shit on the job, right? And so we started doing videos. So we did videos for about 10 years here. You know, So Def.
You shot So Def videos?
Yeah, all that shit, man. Yeah, we did what's it called? A 90210, the intro for that. Oh, yeah, all that shit was all what? That was West. Yeah, anyway, that was all West Side, what you know. But a lot of that shit, nigga shit messing up, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, and they would make, and what would happen, the videos would be so popular.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta make my shit shaky. I gotta make my shit too red. And it was because we didn't fucked up.
Right.
But it became, we would see the shit that we had messed up, we would see it on commercials, and what you call it, because it became the new norm, the new norm. And you know, and so that was the deal. And so
That's crazy. Y'all set trends.
Yeah, didn't know it. We didn't know it. You know, we were just working. And so what happened? The white boys wouldn't do it because they didn't want to be around all them Negroes.
Yeah.
And mugs, you know, sometimes payment is optional.
Right.
So anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you good, man.
So, on top of working with a bunch of Negroes, you might not get paid.
So, Baba, before we go, let me ask you one last question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think the Malcolm X legacy means today in the world?
Is it a test question?
No, this is overall.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know how to have a good time. I can't.
What would you say to somebody coming here for the first time?
Oh, you need to check this out. You ain't never seen no shit like this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is black folk. You got some of the finest sisters and the most cultural stuff that you have ever seen.
Yes.
Them mugs be.
Yeah.
If only for that.
Yes.
If only for that.
Yes.
After that, like I said, shopping experience.
Right.
We got good entertainment.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, got good entertainment.
It's beautiful, man.
So, I mean, if you're into Negroes, you'll love this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thank you, bro.
I'm sorry, man. Oh,
that's a wrap, yo. Yo, thank y'all for watching.
Oh, I'm
y'all
sorry, bye.
Y'all stay tuned. We ain't going nowhere yet. We still out here. We on the Elly Show, episode 8. Malcolm X Festival celebrating 32 years, y'all.
Wow, it wasn't too wild.
Oh, man. All right. Welcome back to the Elly Show. I'm your host, Elly, and we are still in episode 8 at the Malcolm X Festival celebrating 32 years. Y'all make some noise for that, please. All right. So we out here with this lovely crowd, and on my left, I got Baba AK right here, who's you founder of this, right?
Yes.
So you,
definitely.
Yeah, man. So talk to us about this Malcolm X Festival.
Man, Malcolm
the whole
X Festival has gone on for 32 years.
Yes.
The first year we had this piece, well, the reason we had it, let me tell you what happened.
Yes.
I think it was in '88 on Martin Luther King's birthday.
Wow.
The Ku Klux Klan decided they were going to march down the street of Atlanta. And they were protected by the city police, the state police, everybody.
Yeah.
And they had a permit. So my thinking was, well, wow, if they could have Ku Klux Klan could march on our streets, why can't we do something for one of our heroes, one of our ancestors, Malcolm X? And it was no obstacle. I expected an obstacle, but it was no obstacle. And that just shows sometimes we think it's gonna be one, and it ain't one. But we had it. And I'll tell you the truth, the first year we had it, wasn't nobody here. It was about 20 people here.
And that's when it was down there?
It was down there in the baseball field. The group, if you remember, old Atlanta people will remember the hip hop group Success in Effect. With the song Roll It Up. Go looking for it on
Success in Effect?
Success in Effect. And they performed. They came here and performed at the festival. And it was hype for just that 20 people, but it was only 20 people here.
And this is in the beginning.
That was the first year.
Wow.
The first year. It was only about 20 people. But we stayed consistent. And we grew it. We just kept on working and working. Probably a breakthrough year was, I believe it was either 1992 maybe. 92. We had Arrested Development perform. And people came out, but it was also around the time of the Rodney King uprising. So and if you remember during that time, students in the AU Center was hyped. And I know from working in education, prior to that period of time, and prior to us going to Forsyth County and protesting that, a lot of people believed there was no longer any racism. So I think that particularly with the youth during that time, made them more aware. And you could also remember during that time, or maybe you can't, I keep on forgetting how young you are. But also, we had hip hop like Public Enemy, KRS-One, even NWA coming out with After Police. It was a lot of consciousness in the music, and it was beginning to enlighten a whole lot of people. Whole Righteous Teachers, a whole lot. And then the 5%ers were very powerful.
So did you reach out to them, or they started gravitating to it?
People just gravitated to it. Again, we reached out to the West End area. We reached out to the AU Center. Oftentimes we had high school students coming during that time.
What made you want to pick the West End Park here?
Man, we were talking about that the other day. It just, when we discussed it with different people, they said this was a place, because I hadn't too long lived in Atlanta.
Where you from, bro?
I'm from Compton, California. Compton, California. And we moved out here to start our organization, the New African People's Organization that grew into Malcolm X grassroots movement. And so
you're
I
the
think,
grass movement.
Pardon?
You are part of the grass movement.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So when we, and Malcolm X also at that point, there was a kind of rebirth of consciousness of Malcolm X that was coming through the hip hop for the most part. So hip hop played an important role in this genesis of the festival.
Of the festival coming together.
Of the festival. And now I really feel it's become so much of a tradition in the city of Atlanta that if we didn't sponsor it, people would still come out and still have it. So it's become, I feel, a part of our culture. And as what just mentioned, part of the emphasis of the Malcolm X Festival is to promote Pan-Africanism, that we're all one African people, to promote our culture, to promote that we need self-determination. You hear people mention about our political prisoners and prisoners of war. We want them to be free. We can't imagine having anything and forgetting about those who struggled for our people, or those like Assata Shakur who are in exile for fighting for our people. So we really emphasize those principles, because along with Malcolm X, one of our fears was at that time that if you don't put some content to who Malcolm X was, he'll look completely different, years in the future. So we want to make sure we put those principles of us fighting for our human rights, that we know genocide is occurring to our people here and around the world. We're opposed to that. We want to free our political prisoners, but ultimately, we believe we need to be self-determined, and we got to control our own politics, our own economics, our own culture. And so that's what's reflected here. We know this neighborhood, there's an attempt to gentrify it now. So we want to keep and plant in the soil our culture and the power of our ancestors to keep us on the right course.
Got you. Baba AK, all these years I've known you, I ain't even never sit down and talk to you like this to understand.
We need to do that, yeah, because
it's
there's always been love.
Movement. Yeah, man,
there's always
awesome.
been love.
But I never knew that. Let me ask you this, Baba AK, what kind of impact you think, since from as you watched it from the birth seed of the festival becoming to now, the impact it's had on the community?
I think one is, and I think it has particular significance last year and this year coming out of COVID, or with people feeling they could come out during COVID. It still exists. But I think it's a reunion. Okay. So even prior to COVID, just people maybe haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
They be able to connect and feel each other.
Yes.
And it's intergenerational. As you look, there are children here.
That's right.
As well as their elders here. Lots of children.
Yeah.
And they feel safe here.
Absolutely.
They feel safe here. So I think the family element, the extended family and the community element, becomes one of the institutions that our people in the city identify with. But we have people coming from other places.
Yeah.
Another thing is the vendors are an important part of it.
I see
because
that.
You know, some people come here with a particular type of money because they know they'll be able to buy certain types of products at the Malcolm X Festival that reflects our culture and our sense of self-determination. I think that since it was started by people who are oriented towards self-determination, it becomes an important institution for our people. And like I said, going on 32 years, you know, a lot of times we start organizations, we start groups, and they don't last.
Right.
Because, you know, and see, one of the things is, you know, I don't really work in organizing the festival no more, because the two young women who are emceeing right now, they were part of our youth group.
Really?
The school my wife started, Quilombo.
Right.
My daughter runs it now.
Right.
So it's about instilling and investing in our youth.
Y'all hear
and
that,
so
man?
this is why we have youth performances.
Yes.
The Quilombo students, we have TSK Academy, we have the New African Scouts and Panthers that Tupac Shakur belonged to.
Wow.
That's how long it's been going on. He was in the first meetings here in Atlanta when he was 18.
Right.
But so investing in our youth is a way for the struggle to continue, but we have to also be consistent.
That's awesome. And consistent has always been, Baba.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, man.
Much love.
You got to come on the show again so we can talk
I'll
some
come
more,
back.
man.
I'll come back. Yeah, I'm excited about y'all doing it.
Yes, and we're excited and thankful for you still doing this and keeping the commitment going, yo. Thank you, Baba.
Asante San, I appreciate it.
All right. Yo, this is a wrap on the Elly Show, episode 8, Malcolm X Festival, celebrating 32 years. It's been awesome. Y'all make some noise for this awesomeness. What up, son? Yeah, y'all.
I got my peeps.
That's a wrap, y'all. Y'all stay tuned for episode 9. It's the Elly Show. Huh? Oh, so we got more? All right, the producers want to keep rolling. So we got one more. So y'all scratch that again. I've been saying that for a minute. And we got one more guest coming up. So y'all stay tuned on the Elly Show. Welcome back to the Elly Show.
Welcome back to the Elly Show.
Yes. Thank you, yo. Y'all see our special guest? I told y'all
I'm Elly.
back. Yeah, that's Elly. I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yo, man, it's so awesome to see you, man.
Yo, thank you, brother.
And thank you for
Appreciate
being
that.
on the show, man.
Oh, no doubt,
I wanted to say we all grew up on you, yo, so it's an honor to have you here.
Dig it.
First and
Appreciate
foremost,
that.
yo.
Appreciate that.
And you here at the Malcolm X Festival with us, yo.
Yes, yeah.
Like, how is this experience? What's
Man,
this like, man?
I've been trying to come like for the last 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. So when M. Shahidi asked me to come and perform, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta come.
Yes.
I gotta
You
come.
and Dash, y'all been doing music together for a while now?
Yeah, man.
That's my dude, man.
Dash and we started like. Well, I first met Dash a couple years ago when he was playing with Russell Gunn.
Yeah.
At the,
Russell Gunn.
Yeah, at the Hammond House. They were doing
Okay.
a Royal Crunk Orchestra.
I think he got something coming up now, Russell Gunn. I think some type of event. Yeah.
So that's when I first met Dash, and then like back in December 2021, he was doing they were doing this Tribe Called Quest tribute show.
Okay, yeah.
And I know, I knew Kyrie, the MD bass player. And we just started talking, and they invited me to come and do a couple of joints.
Yeah.
And ever since then, that was December 2021. We've been rocking literally every month since December 2021. We've been rocking either the Tribe Called Quest gig, me playing with Dashill's band, or Dashill playing in my band.
With your band, yeah.
But
you have your own band?
I have my own band, yeah. That's what we just played tonight. We just played today.
What's the name of your band?
Miles Long.
Say it again.
Miles Long.
Miles Long.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go to if you go to like streaming sites and you type in my name, just Malcolm Jamal Warner, you'll find like a bunch of collaborations and features. Yeah. But in terms of like my music and my 4 albums, you have to type in Malcolm Jamal Warner's Miles Long.
Wow.
And then all of my material.
Okay. So you have 4 albums out now?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You've been doing so aside from acting, you've always been doing music.
I've been doing music. I started doing music. I started doing music late. I was doing music. I started doing music when I was about 26.
Okay.
But I was always doing poetry. Like I was a poet
you did
before
a
I was
piece
an
up
actor.
there, yo. That was hard.
Yeah,
yo.
thank you, man.
That was tough, yo. Like I didn't know you even on that level, yo.
Yeah, that's my like. So I like to make the differentiation that I'm not a celebrity who likes to do poetry. Right. I'm a poet.
Right.
Like my dad went to Lincoln with Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson.
Really?
And my dad went to Lincoln because Langston went to Lincoln.
Wow.
So I came out of the womb listening to Gil and Last Poets and really it's safe to say that I was a poet before I was an actor.
Wow, yo. That's amazing. That's wow. We would have never known that, yo. Yeah. That's dope.
So my last album is called Hiding in Plain View.
Hiding in Plain View.
And that's kind of what I do. Like the music side, it's like I'm right here. I'm hiding. But that album, actually, I dropped that last album in September, and it was got nominated for Grammys this past season. So it's like, thank you. Then I have a joint with Robert Glasper.
Yeah, Robert Glasper. We love Robert Glasper.
In 2015, I won a Grammy with them, with Robert and Layla.
Yeah.
For he did a version of Jesus, Children of America. Okay. And Layla, sings, and I do a piece that I wrote in tribute to the kids from Sandy Hook Elementary.
Okay. Wow.
So the poetry, like it may be new for some of your viewers. May not be new for some of your viewers.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. But it's kind of it's a big part of what I do. Right. It's a big part of my life outside of the acting.
Have you ever had any shows dedicated to your poetry? Like,
this is you missed our show today.
No. I mean, like as far as like shows, like TV shows or
TV shows. No, like I used to host. The first version of Lyric Cafe.
Okay, was that poetry based?
Yeah. That was back in like 2000. I was like 2000, 2001.
Okay.
And
where was that? Like, was it?
That was on BET. We did that one. We did that in LA.
Okay, in LA. Yeah. Awesome, man. I didn't never catch that, yo. Let's go.
I've been around a long time. Yeah. I don't look like it, but I've been around a long time.
Yeah. Age well, yo, because I know I'm little watching you, like, yo. But to see you here now, it's amazing.
Yeah, man.
It's really amazing, yo. And I know everybody out is thankful for the music you did, because I watched you, yo. So you're awesome. You know what I mean? Do you play different instruments?
Well, I'm a bass player.
You're a bass player.
And then I started studying trumpet about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So this was, so playing trumpet with Dash up here was like the first time. Second time, we did it during a Tribe show one time. But this is the longest I've lasted on a horn with Dash.
That's dope, yo. That's dope, yo.
Yeah, but Dash is, I don't
amazing.
have to tell you, Dash is amazing.
You don't, because he's amazing.
That brother is he is a vibe unto himself.
Yes, he is, yo. Yeah.
And he's one of those people that's just good people.
Yeah.
Right? And I like being around good people because good people make you want to continue being a good person. Yeah. Especially because sometimes you go through life and, it's so much, BS around that sometimes you wonder, like, is it even worth being a good person? Like, who even cares if I'm a good person? Right. So then when you interface with other people who are good people, you go, oh, this is, okay,
Absolutely.
So I always say, those of us who have the light, right? It's our responsibility to let our light shine so we can serve as a beacon for other good people who have a life.
Right.
So they realize that they're not by themselves.
Right.
You know?
Right. Don't have to feel ashamed.
Yeah,
hiding
or
it.
alone. Like, because often what we do, like Nelson Mandela talked about how we tend to dim our light to make other people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So when we see other people who they let their light shine bright, you know, as all get out, it's inspiring. Even for me, you know, to like, I gotta. Let me turn that light up a little bit. I dimmed it a little bit for these knuckleheads over here. Let me turn that joint back up and just shine.
So what's your inspiration like? Like, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Life. To be honest.
No doubt.
You know, the one of the things about being an artist, whatever the field is, to be a good artist, you have to be aware.
Okay.
Like, you have to observe. You have to, like, if you're a painter, you know, like, you know, the way painters look at trees, you know, and look at this bark, and, you know, so you gotta pay attention.
Right.
So for me, in my art, especially as an actor, you know, I'm always paying attention, just always drawing. So it's a constant, like for me, day-to-day life is a constant inspiration. And I got I've got an uber amazing wife and daughter.
That's awesome.
That just is like what goes on inside my unit, inside my four walls, is so incredibly awesome and beautiful that everything else is icing on the cake.
Right.
Like whatever the day is, I know what I'm coming home to. And it's like, you know, even when, you know, you got peaks and valleys, right? And when you know, when days are low and not as high vibrational, you know, I come home and just reset.
That's it.
With my wife and daughter, man.
Yo, y'all make some noise for that, yo.
Word.
That's real, yo.
I would take that. I would take that.
That's real.
Yeah, man. It's when you can find like the person who you're a vibrational match with. And I've been in. You know, I've spent more of my adult years in long-term relationships than I haven't.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. I never really thought about marriage and family. Yeah. But then, you know, I used to always talk to people who'd been together for a long time. Yeah. And they say, when you know, you know. Right. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, but that sounds conceptually cool. Yeah. But then when I met my wife, I was like, that's what they're talking about. When you know, you know. You just know.
Right. That's real. How long y'all been together now?
We've been together 7.5 years, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I feel very few days go by that I don't give thanks for having waited. You know, so I spent a lot of my life in long-term relationships. And I met my wife at 45. And my daughter at 46.
Wow.
But waiting
is
the best thing I could have possibly done.
Really?
Yeah. So, fellas,
tell them.
Yo,
Please.
Do not get pressured. Right. Be responsible. Do not start a family unless you know you are absolutely ready. Because it's the only way you can be an effective husband and father. Yeah. But you got to be ready. Yeah. You know. So I give thanks. Like I give thanks that I'm winning.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, yo. So how do you juggle that? How you, like, with work, being an actor, you still doing acting as well? And doing your music and family. Yeah. Is that any complications or is it a harmony?
It's a not complication, it's a constant juggling.
Constant juggling,
constant balancing act. And
balance, okay.
Some days I'm more graceful with it than others. Yeah. And some days I just suck. Yeah. But also, you know, me and my family, and sometimes my wife even has to, you know, remind me that, you know, my art is just as important as my family and my career. So sometimes I kind of get down on myself, and she's like, you know,
she picks you up.
She's like, yo, you know, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You know, so she's very supportive.
That's awesome. Support is important.
And also helps me sometimes he keeps me in check when I'm not balancing so well.
Right. That's
You
right.
know.
Right.
In a loving way.
Right.
Right. That's important. Right? Ladies, it's important. And fellas, it's important to communicate in a loving way.
Yes, yo.
Right? Like
That's a fact,
whatever
yeah.
you can say that could be, you could be an ass about, there's a way to say it in a loving way.
Yeah.
So it can be received in a loving way.
Yeah, my sister gets on me about that, so I'm still working on that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I think I'm getting better, so yeah.
Life
For
is you're constantly growing.
Yeah, man. So this is awesome, man. So Malcolm X Fest, is this your first year or?
My first year.
Okay.
My first year. And it's important to me because I was named after Malcolm X.
That's right.
I was named after Malcolm X and
You were named after Malcolm X.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So people think like Jamal is my middle name, but Malcolm Jamal is my first name.
Okay.
And my dad named me after Malcolm X and Ahmad Jamal.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I hit my pops on text. I was like, yo, I'm playing my very first Malcolm X festival.
This is awesome.
Which is odd. Like, I don't know why I've never played a Malcolm X, or even been at a Malcolm X festival before. It's like, what? But,
yes. That's awesome. Are you out here in Atlanta?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We've been shooting. We just finished 6 seasons on my show, The Resident.
Okay, you working on The Resident.
We shot in Congress.
He's on The Resident, yo. Out there in Conyers. We've been out there. That's awesome.
So we've been here. We just finished 6 seasons. So
Okay.
I've been here.
Yeah.
I've been here the whole time.
That's what's up, then, yo. That makes some noise for that. He's out here. Yo.
I'm in the A. I'm up in the A.
Yes, yo. Goose, man.
Yeah.
What you want to ask him, sir? It's about producer. He's awesome, man. Yes, yo. Right, yo,
Much
for real,
appreciated.
man. Yo, anything you want to? Yeah, well, yeah, I asked him that. You're gonna be at the next Malcolm X festival,
I hope
right?
so.
Okay, yo.
If I'm invited back, well,
I mean, you're always invited.
Even if I'm not invited back, I can just still pull
Yo,
up.
you can pull up
No one's gonna
anything.
tell me I can't pull up.
Yo, you got any new projects you working on? As far as music-wise as well?
I just finished. So I dropped Hiding in Plain View in September.
Okay.
And we just finished. Like I said, we just finised The Resident. So
Okay, yeah.
we got this writer strike coming up. So
Yes,
I'll have some downtime.
We
to
have
work
our
on some stuff.
downtime right now. Yeah. That's
Right.
what's up, man. Well, yo, it's been a pleasure having you here,
Yo,
man. I hope to
appreciate
see
you,
you
Elly.
again,
Yeah, man, no doubt.
For
No
real,
doubt.
yo.
No doubt, bro.
Well, this is our wrap on the Elly Show, man. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Y'all make some noise.
This is our wrap on the Elly Show. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Y'all make some noise for my man Elly. I'll be back.
He'll be back, yo. Thank you, sir. Yeah. What's up, y'all? Y'all make some noise. We back on the Elly Show again. Yeah. It's episode 8. And here's my other guest right here. We have Dash. Dash, how you doing today, fam?
I'm good. I'm doing fantastic.
Yo, it's fucking awesome,
Doing
man.
fantastic,
Just
man.
finished seeing you rocking, man. And yo, y'all did y'all thing up there, yo.
Thank you, man.
For real.
I
How is
appreciate
it?
that.
How is it doing this every year here at the Malcolm X Fest, man?
I love it, man. Every year, it's a community thing.
Yeah.
It's grassroots. It's here in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And let me tell y'all, every time I perform up here, the love is tremendous.
Absolutely.
The love is tremendous. The people are locked in.
Right.
And they're ready to go.
Right.
They're ready to dance.
Yes.
They're ready to celebrate. This is this is the official kickoff for the spring, summer-ish out here. It ain't official until it happens here in the West End,
Say that, yo.
So, oh man, come on now. Come on now.
Did somebody say sundresses?
Sundresses. Come on now. So yeah.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, man. So y'all just finished performing the song y'all did.
Yeah.
How many y'all got new projects coming out as well? Or that was one of your newest ones?
The one that the last piece that Mal
Well, you and Masiki.
that what was that last tune? Wasn't that they did they did Stevie Wonder, they did Ass, a few other joints. So when we rock with Masiki, we like to drop in all the soulful message music.
Yeah.
We like to do the stuff
that not only gets people to dance and people to vibe,
Right.
but it's also sending them a communal message.
Yes.
You know, let's get together.
Yeah.
Let's all love one another.
Right.
So like Stevie Wonder's As, to me, some people know it as Always, but it's As, right? And crazy enough, Stevie Wonder actually taught Musiki how to play those chords. I was with him. I was with him in Ghana.
Wow.
About 2007.
Yeah.
2007 when Ghana celebrated their 50th anniversary of independence.
You was there?
I was there with Musiki, and Ghana, it was a big celebration in Ghana, the whole country, man.
Yeah.
All in Accra, Kumasi, Koforidua.
He was out there, son.
The coast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that. So, long story short, Musiki and I and some of our bandmates were hanging out at a hotel lobby,
Right.
and in walked Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
And he sat with Musiki and showed Musiki how to play the chords to As.
Wow.
Right? So I was there, I witnessed it, I saw it. And Stevie didn't even reach for the keys.
Right.
It was a baby grand piano in the hotel lobby.
Yes.
It was dope.
Yeah.
So Scale started incorporating that into his set.
Right.
And to me, that's the ultimate love song.
Wow.
It's the ultimate love song.
Absolutely.
Because he says, until the rainbows burn the stars out in the sky. When is that gonna happen? That means I'm gonna love you until that happens.
Right.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's forever, B.
You know?
That's forever.
Until the day that you are me and I am you.
Right.
You know? That's
Right.
the ultimate love song.
Yes. And he taught him the keys on that.
Yeah.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
man.
So
yo, I known you also long time too. It's Sun Nova and spitting bars. You got bars too, fam. Cats don't know that about you. They see you playing, but they don't know you spit too, yo.
Oh man.
Always been a spitter, yo. A fiery one. Yes, yo.
I still, you know, so folks ask me what I do first. It's hard for me to answer because I started playing music and rhyming, kind of like in synchronicity when I was like 10.
Yeah.
And both worlds came to me in the way of, like, cause you know back then, you know, some cats, they were like, yo, I'm a rhymer. I don't play, I'm an MC. I don't do blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But for some cats, it was like, hey, I do it.
Right.
I do it all. And you don't know, you don't separate the two. So me, I never separated the two.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what's up, yo.
Yeah.
So where you draw your inspiration from,
man,
so many places,
just
so many places.
So many places, man. So many places. From the black diaspora, you know, from the central core of the ebony Milky Way.
Yes.
That's where it comes from, you know.
Yo.
That's where my inspiration comes from. So the pool of black genius is so deep, you know. So we just all in it. We swimming in it.
Yo.
We swimming in it, man.
Man, y'all got some beautiful music. Y'all got harmony. Y'all got everything, man. What's the and then I seen you with Malcolm Jamal. Y'all been doing work together too?
So we've been working together now for about a year and I don't know, 5-6 months, a year and a half.
How did that come about?
So when we first, so I'll rewind.
Yeah.
So our brother, our promoter and our / booking manager, a real good brother named Craig Garrett. He does a lot of work in the community, books a lot of artists, makes sure a lot of cats are working around town. Back in, I want to say 2019, he hits me up. He says, "Hey Dash, man, I got an idea." He says, "I want you to do." He's like, I'm doing a tribute to a Tribe Called Quest,
right?
Where we do the samples on the jazz and funk and soul tip will also do the tribe songs that they drew from.
Right.
I was like, I'm with it. Let's do it. He booked the date. It was gonna be April 2020.
Okay.
So we all know what happened.
Yeah, I'm about to say
that
COVID
year.
time, right?
Right. Yeah. We had the Thanos snap. You know, man. That shit took a lot. Took a lot of
wave,
folk, man.
yo.
Yeah. Messed up a lot of folk, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But y'all was able to make that work.
So we didn't make it happen that year.
Okay.
We didn't make it happen that year. So fast forward to 2021. So things are clearing up.
Yeah.
The world is kind of getting back to some normalcy.
Yeah.
Whatever we want to call
Atlanta
that.
back open.
Yeah. World is opening back up. This was like November 2021.
Okay.
So Craig hits me up. He's like, "Hey man, how you feel? You wanna shoot for it, man? Wanna go ahead and do it?" I said, "Hey, let's run it. If the crew is ready, the crew is on it. Let's run it. Let's get it together." And mind you, when we first put the advertisements out for the first show that didn't happen, it sold out in like 2 days.
Really?
It sold out like 2 days, like this. And then we put up another set. That shit sold out.
Yeah.
But then it got squashed.
Yeah.
So when we put the advertisement out for it the next time, same thing.
Yeah,
Folks ate it up. Folks like, "Oh man," and then we had to do a second set. We was like, "All right, let's do 2 sets."
Right.
Somehow through Instagram and social media, Malcolm found out about it.
Okay.
Now, cool thing was I had met Malcolm back in 2018.
Okay.
I met him back in 2018 at a performance I did with my brother Russell Gunn.
Yeah.
A great trumpet player.
Okay.
Fantastic trumpet player.
Absolutely. Shout
in
out to
town.
Russell Gunn.
You know,
for real.
legendary.
Yeah, legend. Nigga legend.
Yeah. So I met Malcolm at that hit back in 2018. Then fast forward,
Right.
he hits me up on Instagram, and we didn't communicate in between time.
Yeah.
But he hit me up and was like, "Hey man, yo, what y'all doing, man, with this tribe thing, man?" Like, he was like, "Man, I want to come through.
Yeah.
Like, can I get down with the set?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Absolutely, man. Like, come on, let's do it."
Right.
And I knew he played bass. I knew he had been doing music for a while.
Right.
And I was like, "Of course, man. Come on, bro." He came through to like the one rehearsal we had.
That's dope.
He did. We did Check the Rhyme.
Yeah.
Because initially it was just gonna be me. I didn't have another MC for it.
Okay.
He came through the rehearsal. It was like, "Yo, I got Check the Rhyme ready.
Yeah.
I got Scenario ready.
Yeah.
I got Benita Applebum ready on bass."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, come through. Let's do it."
Yeah.
And this cat came through. It was such a blast. It went over so well.
Yeah.
It was just like, "Yo, man, you on the gig now, man.
Yeah, yo.
I don't care what you filming. I don't care how many shows you do.
Right.
You on the gig."
Right.
So
And
that
that's
was
how
it.
it happened.
Yep.
Yo, that's fucking dope, yo.
And he's an absolutely wonderful brother.
Yeah, man.
Great brother, great father.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You're a great father too, though.
Hey, man.
Yeah, yo.
I get it from the community.
No doubt.
I learned from y'all,
No
cat.
doubt, yo.
Learn from the community, man.
That's
So,
real, man. Yo, and speaking of community, this right here, man. Yeah, how many years you actually performed here?
I don't,
Or
man.
been? Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you from here, fam?
I grew up here.
Okay.
I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
You from BK?
I'm from BK,
East
East Flatbush.
All right, East New York.
Yeah, man.
Yes, yo.
Yep, I'm from
Yeah.
BK. I'm
So
originally from BK.
he from where they got the dollar vans and all that, yo.
Yup,
Yes,
yup,
yo.
yup.
Rims and you got
Yeah. East Flatbush.
Yes,
I
yo.
was born at Downstate Medical Center,
Yeah, wow.
right across from Kings County.
So what?
But I grew up here.
Yeah.
I grew up here. My parents moved me down here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here since '89.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
So this
This is home now.
This is home.
Yeah.
I still got some BK in me.
Of course you do.
But I'm a peach apple pie.
No doubt. Yeah, yo. So, man, let me ask you, yo, what do you think about the Malcolm X Festival 32 years, man? You've seen the changes, you've seen the growth.
I've seen the growth, but still in all, it's like the community still comes out. It's, I remember, the sound system back in the day was like, all right, what we gonna get today? What we gonna get today? But,
right.
We don't care, man.
Right.
We rock it out.
Right.
We rock it out, man.
Right,
we have a good time. If the speakers go out, fuck it, let's get the clapping.
Right, yo,
Let's get the clapping, y'all. Let's get the
show
dancing.
goes on.
Yes, let's get the singing along.
Yes.
We throw all caution to the wind.
Yes,
and get it, make it happen. But people come out every year. New people come out. The elders still come out.
Yes.
We give each other love.
Yes, yo. All the time.
And for me, that's the best part about it, man.
Yeah.
This kind of festival, it don't need to go Hollywood.
Right. Right.
It don't need to go.
Yeah.
It don't need
needs
to go
to stay right here in the West End, right?
It don't need to go to Piedmont.
Right.
It don't need to go to Grant Park. Stay right here. Got the kids playing.
Yes, yes.
Everything, man.
And the vibes is always right, yo.
Always right.
Always right, man.
Yeah.
You got any new projects coming out?
I got a project that I'm producing for myself.
Yeah.
It's a hip hop funk experimental jazz project.
Yeah.
The working title for it is 100% Other Fool.
Say that one more time. 100%.
100% Other Fool.
Okay.
That's the working title for it so far.
Okay.
So it's self-produced.
Yes.
You
already got your songs and your music.
I got a lot of the tracks ready.
Yes.
Writing to it and
Yes.
just putting concepts together.
Yes.
Making it happen.
Yes. Well, don't leave the Lions Den out, yo. We want to rock with you, B.
All right.
For real, fam. That would be awesome, yo.
I got track, and I'm producing now too.
Yeah.
I got some stuff I think is dope.
Okay.
I think it's some dope stuff. It's some cool, far-reaching progressive hip hop shit.
Yes.
So
hell yeah.
So
we want to be a part of that,
we
yo.
We gotta collab.
Yeah.
We gotta get together.
I would love that.
Yeah,
man.
let's do that.
For real.
Absolutely.
Well, yo, this is my rap on the Elly Show right now. Talking to Dash. Y'all catch Dash out anywhere we're at, fam. Where we catch you?
We in festival season
We got the
now.
Common Ground Collective.
Common Ground Collective at the West Side Park on June 3rd.
Okay.
No tables, no chairs.
Okay.
Is the name of the concert.
Okay.
Musiki Scales. It's an all-day event
Yes.
at West Side Park. I want to say it's gonna start at like noon.
Okay.
And end at 8.
All
The
right.
West Side Park is like kind of on the northwest side. Off of North Side Drive. It's
Not
that
far.
new park
Okay.
out there.
Okay.
I don't know if you've been out there yet, but it's like a new joint. Close to the Wright Street Jail.
Okay.
It ain't far.
It ain't far at all. Yo.
To give folks perspective.
Yeah. A landmark.
But it's a huge park.
Yeah.
And it's
okay,
dope.
so that's
yeah.
going on there,
Yeah.
June 3rd?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Malcolm and I don't know when this is gonna air.
Well, we have to edit it first. So I'm not quite sure. I'll have to ask production on that
Word.
one. Yeah.
So Malcolm and I, we got a handful of shows coming up. So we got the Outkast tribute at Truist Park next week, or this coming week on the 25th.
On the
but
25th
also
of May.
on Father's Day, Juneteenth weekend,
Yeah.
we're doing We Got the Jazz. We're doing We Got the Jazz.
We got the jazz?
Yeah. We're doing the Jazz and Tribe joint
Yes.
at Wolf Creek Park.
Yes.
The Wolf Creek Amphitheater. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wrap on the Elly Show. Episode 8, Malcolm X Festival celebrating 32 years. Yes, it's been beautiful. Thank you, Fear, for coming out, yo.
Malcolm X Fest 2023, El Son.
Tell them.
Lions Den.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Thank you, Fear.
Yo, thanks for having me, man.
We keep feeding you the truth, regardless of what you